And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Episode number 122. Woo. We apologize for, not being live on Monday, but me and Leaf decided, hey, man, let's just wait till Thursday and knock it all out.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, actually.
What the fuck happened, bro? Because
this week went nuts. Like, we were going to go live on Monday, and we didn't really have a ton to talk about as far as, like, a full regular episode that we do weekly. So it's a good thing we pushed it back on Thursday, because the next 2 days, there's just all kinds of shit came in. We're
yeah,
like,
really. Important shit.
Yeah.
So, so welcome in to 122. Hey, man, you're out there on YouTube checking us out. We really appreciate that. Obviously, we always record on YouTube live, so make sure you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for free. Everything's free. So we really appreciate that for stopping in. But yes, it has been a hell of a week, and hopefully everybody out there saw us do our double feature on Sunday for both divisional round games on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a good time.
We had a good time. We had the Buccaneers and Lions at the first end, and then the Chiefs Bills at the end, which I'm still bitter about the Chiefs winning.
Yeah.
Not a Chiefs fan. I just didn't want to see them win.
Right.
Or a Bills fan, excuse me.
Yeah.
I was rooting for the Bills.
Right. Yeah, we both rooting. We like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
As I'm sure a lot of people out there do. And tired of the whole Kansas City thing. They go every year. I think Patrick Mahomes has not ever played in a AFC Championship game. He's been in all of them since his career, right?
Yes, this is 6 straight since he became a starter.
So, yeah.
Not good.
That's boring to me, and I'm tired of it.
Those beers are not for you. I just cracked one on the stream. And me and Leaf did as well. So, I agree, man. We're tired of that. Well, obviously, you're going to get into those games coming up this weekend. Yeah. Conference championship games. Sad part is, I'll wait. Actually, we'll get into that later. I wanted to say that I was really sad, Leaf, that football is almost over.
Yeah, it is. Got 2 more weekends, basically.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, God, no.
This weekend, in which we'll be streaming live both of the games, just like we did last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
The NFC and AFC championship.
Absolutely.
So if you're not doing anything,
fun.
Yeah, just come and hang out with us then. And then we'll take a break on one weekend, and then the Super Bowl's that, and then it's over, dude. It's over.
Fucking over.
And then we'll have to just fucking wait until fucking
UFL.
August. Yeah.
No, dude, March, UFL.
Yeah, UFL in March, yeah.
Arlington Renegades, baby.
Yeah, see if they can repeat in the new league, the new merger from XFL and USFL.
Got 2 leagues coming together. Some more competition in there. Bob Stoops going to have his hands full. Wade Phillips.
We're not going to be able to tell the difference. We're going to be like, holy shit, is that the Chiefs playing?
I don't understand why these guys aren't in the NFL.
Yeah, when you say they go like 19 for 40, and you're like, oh, no wonder.
Fucking receiver runs around at his feet. I'm like, okay.
He's like, oh, this is 3rd pick in the first half. Okay, that's why
I
he's
can
not in the
see
NFL.
why this guy may not be on a practice squad even.
Yeah. All right. But anyway, fuck it. Yeah, what else are we going to do?
We're just going to do that and drink. That's what we do.
Yep.
So, all right, man. Let's jump in. Episode 122. Like Leaf said, a lot to get to. We're going to...
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say, too, was, we're still doing our episodes together. But after the Super Bowl, we're planning on splitting these episodes up in the week. So they're not as long, but this is going to be long. So hopefully you enjoy me and Leaf talking because that's what you're going to get. And hopefully you do anyways because you listen to us. Thanks.
Yeah, and you love us and you're fans.
And you like drinking or you're degenerate just like us.
Yeah. So welcome in.
Welcome. Okay. First things first, Leaf. We got a big thing that dropped today that we've talked about a couple times, and we knew this was going to drop in March this year. We finally got the trailer today, bro, for the 2024 version of the movie Roadhouse, which, of course, we're partial and to the 1989 version with Patrick Swayze, and like nobody can touch that shit. That came out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Grew up with it. Can't touch the fucking Swayze, bro.
No, I mean, that one was just gold. And when this first came out, we were both like, I don't think so.
I was like,
I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's good in everything he does. So I was like, okay, maybe. But we didn't really know what the story was going to be because then they said Conor McGregor was in it. So he was like, oh, I guess he's going to be the body, like the bouncer guy, I guess. But then it comes out, Jake Gyllenhaal's the bouncer guy. We don't know what the hell Conor McGregor is going to do in it. But now the trailer dropped, and so now we kind of got an idea.
We got an idea today. The trailer dropped. Obviously, we both watched the trailer.
Yes.
It looks like, yes, Jake Gyllenhaal is obviously the stepping into the role that Swayze played in the original.
Right.
That's Jake Gyllenhaal, which that makes sense because he's an actor, and Conor McGregor is not.
No, I couldn't imagine Conor McGregor leading his own
Being
movie.
the lead in the movie?
In his first role.
Yeah. I'd be like, this is really bad.
Yeah, I was like, you guys got a lot of faith.
This is like fucking the Marine John Cena bad.
Oh, yeah, God. That took that guy a while to be.
And he's great now.
And now he's
But, I
great,
mean, your first few roles, obviously, is going to stumble.
Yeah, no, you're going to need some.
So
you need to hang back.
But we got the trailer today. Jake Gyllenhaal, the main character, Conor McGregor. So the one thing through the trailer first of all, the trailer was pretty exciting, actually.
It surprised
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Just like when they Amazon, I think it was Amazon, one of those things that redid White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, Hulu or whatever?
Yeah, and
was
I watched
Hulu or something?
Yeah, I watched that trailer. I was like, I will not watch a minute of that movie. No. And I haven't still because fuck that movie.
Well, they didn't get an actual actor. They got Jack Harlow, and I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I had to look that guy up.
Yeah.
And then I saw him do his thing on the halftime show at
with
Thanksgiving. I was like, yeah, why is he walking on like
with painter's fucking film down on the thing to play? That was the worst set I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is this?
I was like, why is he? I put that down when I paint my walls.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah. So I thought this was gonna be a pile of shit.
Right.
I didn't like the idea of it, but then watching that trailer was like, it kind of shocked me a little bit. One
thing that immediately from the trailer said to myself was like, damn, how the fuck is this not coming out in theaters?
Right.
It looks good.
Yeah,
Amazon. This is coming on Amazon Prime.
Right.
It's not going to theaters.
That's weird.
And so the trailer surprised me. It did. And if you've seen the trailer out there, speak up because you probably are thinking the same thing that me and Leaf are thinking. It looks like it's going to be, well, first of all, the first thing I think I said was, well, it should be in the theaters because it looks like that. Second of all, God damn, this looks cheesy. And third of all, I was like, that's a lot of action, though. It looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So, and then the last thing I would say was you start to see in the trailer, obviously, a few things. You notice that Conor McGregor is portrayed in the trailer as an enemy type guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be the buddy to, like Sam Elliott was to Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. We thought he was going to be maybe that kind of role.
He calls in to help because he can't handle the whole bar.
Yeah.
That's what I thought Conor McGregor was, but it don't look like that.
No. It looks like he's going to be some sort of villain in this one. Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. I think that's a good role for that guy because he's already a villain in real life, basically in the UFC, kind of.
Good point.
Kind of fits that role already. So
yeah, it's a good point.
But yeah, I was interested in the trailer. I'm definitely going to watch it because it looks pretty interesting.
100%.
I mean, Roadhouse, you're not going to top the original Roadhouse for me. I mean, it's just not going to happen. I do like Jake Gyllenhaal. I usually watch whatever he's in because he's really good. But
really good, yeah.
So that'll probably be a good part of it. And then we'll see what goes. Like how the story goes. It's kind of along the same lines. a little bit, but
it is because
little
like in
different.
the trailer
Yeah.
you see it immediately. Like somebody's like, "Hey, I bought this Roadhouse and I need you to come." Even
Yeah.
the fucking band's behind like birdcage wire. I'm like, from the first. That's definitely a call out from the first one.
Yeah, Jeff Healy, bro.
Yeah, because all those guys they're at the bar obviously playing, and then people were like throwing beers. That's why that wire was in front.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's a call. I like that. That's some nostalgia.
Yeah.
Now, I did a little more research after this, and I noticed on a site or whatever that his name is Elwood Dalton.
Elwood Dalton, yeah.
And so Patrick Swayze was John Dalton in the first one. So
See,
I'm like, is
I
this
was
going to be
wondering-
some sort of related thing?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna think. Like
Yeah.
I was like, is this some distant relative or
And that'd be good.
uncle or some shit?
That'd
yeah.
be cool.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
So we'll see. But if that's the way they go, then I can see this fine. Okay, you call it Roadhouse again. But if it's not that way, then maybe just call it something else.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Trailer was intriguing. I got to give it a little thumbs up from the trailer, actually. And if anything, it's on Amazon Prime. Like I said, you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Just watch it right at home.
Yeah.
But the trailer will make you think, like, damn, this should probably came out in theaters.
Yeah, because it's got a ton of action in the trailer already.
Yeah.
So I hope they didn't blow their wad showing everything in the trailer, which they usually don't. So
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna check
Yeah,
it out. When is it getting released?
March.
March.
Yeah, March 20 something.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. On Amazon Prime. And yes, it's definitely got some UFC ties in there, bro.
Yeah.
We knew that actually because Gyllenhaal showed up to a UFC event and filmed something in between fights for the movie.
Yeah, and that's what we thought whenever it said an ex-UFC fighter becomes a bouncer, and it's like, oh, so Conor McGregor's the lead in this fucking movie. That's what we thought.
That's what I
like,
thought. Yeah.
That's not gonna be good.
Oh, that's the other thing too in the trailer. Well, we already knew this. Gyllenhaal's ripped.
yeah, no, he looks massive in it. Yeah,
Oh my god, dude! I can't imagine being like, hey, I got to train for this role and just for 6 months straight do nothing but eat fucking what my chef tells me and work out 7 hours a day.
yeah, just you're like Izzy basically
That's true. Yeah.
when she's getting ready for a meet, and so yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you got to do to do that. Especially, I mean, I think that guy's like my age, bro. So
Gyllenhaal,
it's not
yeah.
easy to get in shape. I know, bro.
It's yeah.
Not that I put a lot of effort into it though.
Well, you also don't have like millions of dollars. You can hire a trainer and
Yeah,
a chef and give you everything.
I don't got to be on set anytime soon.
I have to imagine that he probably was never hungry because the chef just gives him like, here you go, you can eat
Yeah,
this.
he probably ate 12 times a day, dude. That's
Right,
what they do,
that's
dude.
true.
And then they work out and eat, and that's all.
Yeah.
That's what
And then he's like, oh, cool, here's $20 million.
Zac Efron, who's obviously in shape too. That's what he says when he has to get bulked up for the roles like that. Like he said, especially for that Baywatch movie, he was like,
Oh,
all I
yeah.
did was fucking eat and work out. Like every time I turned around, I had food in my face, and I was like, Jesus, fuck that.
Even with Iron Claw, probably.
Yeah, because he was massive in Iron Claw.
Because what's his name? What's his name? The guy that played Carrie Von Erich.
Oh, Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, he said he was like, yeah, we'd just be bored. And Zac Efron had a gym out there. We would just go out there and start
He
working
said
out.
he had his own personal gym outside of his trailer. He's like, that's where we hung out. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck that, dude.
Just listen to music and work out, I guess.
But they obviously look better than I do, so I'm doing something right.
That's debatable. Some chicks don't like that
Yeah.
physique. I mean, to me, that's not attractive, anyways, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like when you're like that, like the one guy we talked about last year or the year before, I can't remember. We talked about him though. The what's his name? The fucking Liver King.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so massive, bro. I'm like, there's no way that a lot of chicks find that attractive. And he's like, I'm not on steroids. I'm like, you're lying.
Yeah. And he's like, yes, I lied. or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's like, I lied. And I'm like, of course, everybody knew
Those
it, bro.
TikToks are awesome, brothers.
Yeah.
Like when I said I didn't drink last night, I lied. It's fucking hilarious.
It's like we all knew you were on some steroids, bro.
I don't care how much you eat and how much you work out. You don't get that body naturally, dude.
Hell
His
no.
is way too. He looked like he was carved out of stone, bro. And you can't do that naturally. Trust me.
Not even close. Okay. All right. Looking forward to that. The next time we talk about Roadhouse, we'll do a review of Roadhouse. Because
Absolutely.
we're definitely going to watch it because the trailer was exciting.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. A couple other quick hit things here, real quick, in the entertainment world. One thing I did see was that, I can't believe this, actually. I was shocked. I was like, I thought this was over. Jurassic World, bro.
Yeah,
You remember those? Jurassic Park and Jurassic World?
absolutely.
I
Great
thought
movie.
for sure they are good, yes.
Yeah.
I thought for sure after the last one, because the last one literally tied all the original characters and these new characters in, and then it kind of closed that whole thing. And I was like, that was 6 movies worth. That's probably good.
Yeah.
We're good. We know what happens, bro. They go to an island and the fucking dinosaurs see them, and then they run away from the dinosaurs. It's every movie.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
Like,
Even the last ones.
we'll put them in a different environment, and we can contain them.
Yeah. Even the last one was a little silly because they're like, we've made even more super dinosaurs from the lab. And I'm like, all right, guys, we're getting to the end here.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, Jesus Christ, stop experimenting.
Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah.
However, they have always been entertaining.
Yeah,
they had Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard in the last 3. Those are 2 big stars. Chris Pratt, obviously, is one of the biggest stars on the planet.
He's all time, bro.
And he's really good. Well, we found out life finds a way. Little shout out back to the original.
Yeah.
So does the Jurassic Park franchise. Universal Pictures is developing a brand new Jurassic World movie written by David Koepp, who penned the original Jurassic Park.
Oh, wow.
Steven Spielberg will serve as executive producer on this new film. And this was going to feature a completely different storyline separate from what we just had. So Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas, they're not involved at all.
Okay.
This is going to be the 7th in the Jurassic series. Like I said, there was already 6. This will be 7. Obviously, it's a new storyline. Who knows what's going to happen? But, dude, those movies are nothing but cash cows, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you think about it, they always make so much money.
If they're making like a third part, another trilogy kind of side thing, it's going to make so much money.
The last, just to say real quick, the last one, that tied all the original characters and the
Dominion
new ones,
or whatever? Is that
Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah.
Over 1 billion worldwide.
Oh, yeah. See, that's why they're like, oh, we can't stop now, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's fucking get rid of them and we'll start a whole new thing.
I think every Jurassic Park World movie, all 6 of them, have been nothing but profit.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because they're, like you said, they're super entertaining, even though they're completely unrealistic.
I mean, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Humans are going to run away from dinosaurs.
As soon as I sit down, I eat my popcorn. I'm like, yeah, which dinosaur's going to fuck somebody up first? And
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you just got to wait for it. So, yeah.
But new characters, new storyline, so we'll see what happens there. Just wanted to mention that real quick because, dude, I'll be honest, dude, that 1993, the original one.
Yeah.
I mean, my God, I've seen that so many times.
That's one of the most rewatchable movies because it's so good. Like I've watched it recently, actually. I don't know how long. I mean, it's been maybe over a year or so, but like, I mean, yeah.
I mean, for a 1993 movie, that's recently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've probably seen that movie 100 times, maybe more.
Yeah.
It's
I
just so
remember
many times.
as a kid, dude, I watched it all the time.
Exactly. As a kid, I was just firing it up left and right. And on VHS. Does anybody remember what VHS is?
Yeah, I barely remember it. And I used to use those all the time.
Especially whenever I had to fucking rewind the pornos.
Yeah, that sucked in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I almost got caught so many times because the fucking thing's so loud.
Fucking, like rewind, you're like, God damn it.
And when you hit that stop button, it sounded like a goddamn wrecking ball.
Yeah, it was
coming.
it's
like, Jesus, you break something there? No, I'm good, Mom.
The fucking stop. Then you hit play, bro, because it's going back from rewind to play. It's like, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. But I got to have this exact scene.
Exactly. I'm like, it's got to be this one.
Yeah, there's no way I was going to watch the next scene. I didn't like that one, so I just rewind.
Oh, I know, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, Nooner Nation in the chat, bro? Billy, how are you, brother? I call you Billy. We have a Billy in chat as well, and Bill. So, how are you, man? I hope you guys have a good show tonight. I'll be checking that out tomorrow, like always, man.
Yeah, absolutely. When I'm at work, I'll fire that one up.
Everybody's got VHS still, maybe. I personally don't own any VHSs anymore.
Nah, I don't think I don't have.
Did
any
you
more.
see though?
I have a bunch of DVDs still left, which I
do
don't watch
too.
at all.
Did you see though? Some of those VHSs are worth a ton of money.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn it! It's
Have
like
you
the
seen
vinyl
that?
shit, bro. It's gonna come back at some point.
Have
I
you
should've
seen
kept
that
all-
dude on TikTok that is trying to get so many copies of Titanic on VHS?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing, bro? Just that movie. Like, that's all he has. I was like, Jesus.
Yes. Jesus, man, I think I know what you're talking about. He has like a whole wall full of shit.
He has a whole room.
Yeah.
I think at the moment he has like 1,500 copies of, and it's different kinds, like different languages. And then he has just the regular ones. He has like special edition. He has them all, dude. And he just keeps getting them though.
Jesus.
I'm like, okay, bro. I mean, it's a great movie and all. Fuck.
I mean, it's one of the best movies.
Yeah.
I guess it's going to be a gold mine at some point.
Right. Probably.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to mention too, Leaf, is I just wanted to throw it out there real quick, and we talked about this one as well. And I'm just pumped, and I imagine you are as well.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2, the second one from the second one we've talked about, that the sequel to the remake that they did.
Yes.
Finished filming. We're good. It's and the reason why this is a big thing, guys, is because this movie was pushed back, and just the remake or whatever. Since the remake did so well, that was released only on streaming. By the way, it came out during the fucking pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was very like, oh man, this is going to be the end of it. But it did really well. It was super successful streaming, so we got a second one. I've just played Mortal Kombat as a kid so much that it just pumps me up.
Yeah. Yep.
And so we've got the second one. We know Carl Urban's coming in as Johnny Cage. That's who I posted on his Instagram. He's like, we're done filming. And he was outside the trailer, and the fucking on the back it said Johnny Cage for the trailer. I was like, oh god, yes.
Yeah, because that was the big thing about after the first one, they left that sort of like an after credit scene or whatever at the end, and you saw the
little movie poster.
Yeah, the Johnny Cage and Johnny Hollywood or whatever it was, and then we're like, and we even talked about it once we found out who it was, because they didn't release that until later. But then when they did confirm that there's going to be a Mortal Kombat 2, they were going to look for Johnny Cage, and then Carl Urban was, and we were all pumped about that because we like Carl Urban.
I mean,
a little older for Johnny Cage,
but he can pull it off.
Yeah,
and I mean, Jesus Christ, we've seen Carl Urban in so many movies. He's so good.
Yeah,
so I'm not worried about that at all.
No, he can do it for sure.
I'm pumped about this, dude. This one apparently, from what I've read, is because people were like, there were people out there, of course, that criticized the movie. The first one. Everybody criticizes shit, dude. Always.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll post a reel and somebody will be like, what the fuck? I'm like, Jesus, you don't even know us, you fucking asshole. But anyways, this one is 100% just straight up the tournament.
Yeah.
Because if you saw the remake or whatever, it led up to the tournament, but it took forever.
Yeah.
Because it was building up to that. This one apparently is literally all about that. We'll see. That's just rumors that I've heard. I hope it's just a lot of fighting and good action that we get. And of course you got to throw in some good stuff. And then of course, if you have Johnny Cage in, he's got to be kind of the cocky Hollywood guy that Johnny Cage is, man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
So we'll see.
Definitely looking for. Yeah, the first one was just lights out, dude. They needed a remake. I always said, whatever, if they need to remake a movie, it's that one, because obviously the '90s Mortal Kombat, which I watched a lot as a kid too. But I mean, you watch it now, you're like, oh my god, this is garbage.
The first one still holds up.
Yeah.
But the next one, I think there's two more after that.
Yeah.
They don't hold up very well. But I can still watch the first one. Even that's kind of cheesy, though.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy. But then when they remade this one, I was like, oh, shit. And then, it was really good, though. So,
yes. Action and fighting was on point.
Yeah.
So, can't wait. Anyways, done filming. I think it's coming out this summer. There's no official release date. I heard summer. But then again, we could get a late 2024 release. It's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
It's done filming. Supposed to come out this year, so we should see a trailer at some point really soon. We'll talk about that, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to.
When that thing drops, for sure, it'll be hot.
Absolutely. Another thing, Leaf. Like I said, guys, we've got a lot of shit to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Another thing, Leaf, that I know for a fact you and I are excited about. Remember that back in like last year, we talked about the Terminal List, the series on Amazon. That was fucking amazing.
Very good, yeah.
Chris Pratt. Again, here we go with Chris Pratt, but he's all time, so what can you do?
Mm-hmm.
Series was amazing. They announced that we already knew that they were going to do another season of Terminal List.
Yeah.
Terminal List Dark Wolf is officially confirmed to begin production this year. It is a prequel to what we already have out there.
Yes.
Chris Pratt, Taylor Kitsch confirmed as the two main characters.
Which I love about this, because Taylor Kitsch was so good in the Terminal List as Chris Pratt's buddy, longtime buddy. They, served together and all that stuff. And if you've seen the show, if you haven't seen the show, I'll try not to spoil it. But at the end, it's
been out forever.
It was kind of one of those shocking endings and you're like, fuck, man, I want to see more of this guy because Taylor Kitsch was so good in this show as a supporting character. So it's really cool to get a prequel that's really based on him. So he's going to be like the lead. And I think Chris Pratt will be kind of, I don't know if he'll be in every episode or whatever, but he'll be in there. But it says that Taylor Kitsch is the leading role that he's.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
I just want to say he's an underrated actor.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I remember, because I watched that show Friday Night Lights, the TV show that he was in. And then he got some roles, and then he got that John Carter role, that Disney John Carter, but it bombed like crazy. And then Hollywood really wouldn't give him anything else after that.
I remember him being in that Lone Survivor.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of the main ones. He wasn't the main character. Mark Wahlberg was obviously, but like he was there. And man, like I said, dude, he's very underrated. He was the goddamn. They had him in that the main character in that series Waco.
Oh yeah, that's right.
David Koresh.
Yeah.
Guys, he's so good, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how he hasn't gotten more lead stuff. Like,
yeah,
I know that. I was trying to think of what he was going to be in, but it kind of got shelved or whatever. But I can't remember. But anyway, he's good, man. I like him a lot. And
underrated.
So this will be a very cool TV show to see because the Terminalist, we talked about it. We went over.
I got to rewatch it.
Yeah. And I know they're doing a sequel. They're doing a season 2 to that one, but that won't be probably till later. But
totally fine with me because what's his name? The author of these books, Jack. Oh fuck, I can't remember his last name. Jack something.
Yeah.
He's done a ton of these. There's a multitude of books.
Yeah, there's plenty of content. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 of them actually. And I read the original from what the original series was based on the book because Jack Carr, that's who it is.
Oh, yeah.
He stuck to he was a big part of on the sets and shit. Like he was in the first one as an actor actually.
Yeah.
You don't see him though. He's kind of one of those background kind of guys. He was on there like for most of it, and I mean, so they stuck to that story and everything, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And these are awesome, and I'm glad. And this is another Amazon Prime thing. I'm glad they're shelling out the cash to make sure it's done right.
Yes.
So, and Chris Pratt, I mean, Jesus, they're probably paying him a ton of money.
I mean,
and Taylor Kitsch probably demands a pretty big salary as well.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. So, yeah, because they were so good in that show, man.
Yeah,
and
they were.
So I wanted to see more of him, and so I at the end of season 1 though, I was like, I guess not, because obviously,
right.
But then,
sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's been out for like a year and a half, 2 years now.
Yeah,
man.
if y'all haven't seen it, you are fucked. So, but anyway,
he dies.
He dies because he fucks over Chris Pratt.
Yep.
But anyway,
same in the book.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it'll be good to see this prequel show. I'm sure it's gonna be lights out, dude. It's gonna be a home run, of course.
Absolutely. There you go, man.
There it is.
Last bit of entertainment thing I have, and then I'm gonna turn it over. I know you got some music stuff you wanted to talk about. Last bit of entertainment thing I want to talk real quick that I just have to okay, I almost said I announce. I'm not announcing shit. I'm just talking about what happened. I'm not into this anymore. I know Leafs is not, but wrestling is a big deal. It's a big deal out there. It's still a massive entertainment business, and a lot of people still really enjoy it, which is, do what you got to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I'm not a child anymore. But hey, whatever. WWE is massive, obviously. Huge. Their flagship weekly program entitled Raw, which I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about, WWE Raw.
Yeah.
Of course. They reached a deal with Netflix, 10 years, $5 billion, to exclusively stream that show on Netflix beginning in January of 2025.
Wow. So that's exclusively, you can't see that on whatever it used to be on, like TNT or whatever the fuck.
Wherever the hell it's been lately. I have no clue.
I have no clue. I haven't seen
Fox,
that
USA, who knows? It's been all over the place. TBS was a thing back then too. Yeah. But 10 years, it says more than $5 billion.
That's crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's a ton of fucking money, dude.
As far as I know, yeah, no shit. As far as I know, The Rock just got involved on the TKO group holdings or whatever, so The Rock may be a part of this.
Jeez, he's got his hands in everything, bro.
Dude, yeah. And as far as I know, like Vince McMahon's still like the primary owner, like that family.
Yeah.
So this is just like a massive deal for that. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, that's big.
It's huge. I don't watch wrestling anymore. I couldn't even tell you who the fuck wrestles anymore.
Right.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I stopped watching when I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, I mean, same. Like I mean, if that's your thing, it's great. I'm happy for you. Whatever brings you joy. But I quit watching it a long time ago. And like I said, the Iron Claw movie when it came out, that brought back some childhood memories for me.
Sure.
Because that's the guys I used to watch.
Yep.
And then I watched a few years after that, and then I don't know. I can't remember whenever like Steve Austin showed up and
Oh my god,
all those guys. But like I had some buddies growing up, and they actually were into it. So I would, whenever I was over there and they were watching, I would check it out. But I think it was like the Undertaker and Kane and all those fucking guys were big then. But but after that, yeah, I just didn't interest me anymore.
I got up real quick because I looked over to my left and saw that we were somehow on my recording. We're not recording anymore, so that's fun.
Oh shit! So how long?
I have no idea. We'll figure that out. But we're still live on YouTube, so thank you, everybody.
Nice.
However, I agree with you. It's kind of the same thing. I started early at a kid's age, and I just kind of got away from wrestling.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that still watch it, bro. And starting in a year from now, January of 2025, for 10 years, you're going to have to watch WWE Raw on Netflix.
Nice.
For $5 billion. Netflix, I guess they're just like, man, this is going to bring a fucking fuck ton of wrestling fans to the subscription.
Yeah, probably. If that's the only place you can watch it, there's going to be a lot of people signing up if they don't have it already.
100%.
So, yeah.
There you go, man.
There you go. Helps Netflix out, too. Jesus.
Yeah, no shit. All right, man. Let's get into your music stuff, and then, yeah.
All right. So, first thing I have is a big, I was a big fan of this band growing up, and, I mean, they're a massive band. Obviously, everybody knows them. It's Bon Jovi. They have a docu-series coming out. I believe it's going to...
Document?
Yeah, document. A docu-series. I'm not even drunk.
No, no, hell no.
It'll premiere on April 26th on Hulu. It's called Thank You, Good Night. It's a docu-series on Bon Jovi, their whole beginning and their peak and everything, and which I'm interested in watching because I saw their like behind the music thing, but that was like back in the, early 2000s probably.
Yep.
But they've had a lot of fucking like controversy through this band when like Richie Sambora left and like when did he leave?
Man, it was 20 something.
And then so one of the
I haven't been there in a while though.
The original bassist left the band in '94. That was like their peak, and he passed away last year, or 2022 is when he passed away. And then 2013 is when Sambora left.
Okay.
And so they
yeah, because that was after Sambora was still there. It was like, rah, rah, it's my life.
yeah. And like Skid Row's guitarist Dave Sabo was like, he was the original guitar player for like the first year of the band, and then he left. So they're bringing all that in to talk about it. 40 years of this band, so I'm interested in watching.
So you have Sambora on this documentary as well.
Yes,
perfect.
Like
you can't do a fucking documentary.
He said that most of all the original people, I think all the original people except for the guy that died, obviously, are going to be on this thing. So could be interesting. You're gonna hear because they had some fucking controversy going. Like I think that bass player left because Bon Jovi was like, "Dude, you can't play bass," and they were just ripping him as being a shitty bass player. And so yeah,
makes sense.
You're gonna get all that stuff. So
where's that coming out on?
Hulu on April 26th.
Okay.
So look out for that if you're a big Bon Jovi fan.
Yeah, and I hope they, like I said to you, I hope they cover the fact that John Bon Jovi cannot sing anymore.
Yeah,
because his concerts are awful now.
Yeah, we've thrown some audio on this podcast with him trying to do it, and there's just no way.
It's so bad. It's one of those things where kind of like the Enrique Iglesias thing, where he's like, make the crowd sing the hard parts,
right?
And then he comes in and starts singing anyways, and you're like, okay,
yeah.
John Bon Jovi. Nothing wrong with hanging up the mic, bro. Like you obviously cannot do it anymore.
Yeah, you got plenty of money.
more than you know what to do with.
Got the Philadelphia Soul up there or whatever. I don't know if he's still the owner of that, but
That's not a thing anymore, bro.
Arena Football League.
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore.
Okay.
I will say this: John Bon Jovi's a good dude because he has a restaurant that feeds people for free, or used to have it.
Yeah. You can just walk in there and eat for free. Yeah. That's
so
pretty cool.
And that was mainly for homeless people, obviously. I don't know if that's still a thing, but I do know he did that. So he's obviously a good guy.
Yeah.
That gives back because he's got, like I said, more money than he knows what to do with.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, the next thing I have is a singer that's been around forever. She's doing a tour right now, and she's an old legend, bro. And she's getting up there. I wonder what she sounds like live. Well, you need to look that up. But this is about Madonna, and there's a couple of fans out there that are suing her.
Lip syncs, probably.
Probably. 2 fans are suing Madonna for starting her concert 2 hours late. And what they put in the thing was there was limited transportation as far as ride sharing, and then they had to get up early for work, and that's what they put in this lawsuit, bro.
Okay.
First of all, I think you're a bitch for suing somebody for a concert, but 2 hours late is a long fucking time, though.
That is a long time.
I understand being pissed, but if you're gonna go to that far to sue somebody, it's pretty fucking crazy. Just because you had to get up early the next day.
Have you been to a concert where somebody was 2 hours late?
No, I never have.
I have.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
What was this?
Metallica.
Well, I bet they had a real fucking reason though.
So this was the Grammy live show that happened with Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Everybody knows what happened.
Mm-hmm.
James's mic didn't turn on.
Yeah.
During that performance, so they had Metallica scheduled an after-show performance at a small.
Oh, I remember you.
1,500 people show in L.A.
Yeah.
So me, my cousin Jason, our buddy Jeff, and his brother, we all flew out to L.A. to see the after show.
Yeah.
Because it was a small venue. Jeff somehow scored 4 tickets. I don't know how, still to this day. I think he had a pre-sale code for a credit card.
Yeah.
That he has that was access earlier. Anyways, we went there for that show. And we got there a couple of days earlier, maybe. I don't remember. Anyways, because I had never been to L.A. at that point. So this is my first time in L.A. So it was obviously kind of cool to see the Hollywood Walk of Fame, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, all that, yeah.
Anyways, everybody knows that Hetfield's mic didn't turn on during the Grammy performance. He was visibly fucking
upset.
very upset. And by the way, if you've never seen James Hetfield, he's a large individual.
Yeah.
And he is known to have quite the temper.
Yeah.
So when he's pissed, I would not be around that guy at all.
Yeah. I've seen him have trouble with monitors or guitars, and he's
unhappy,
very animated about it.
Yes. Because that's his thing, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he pays people to make sure that shit works.
Right.
I can understand his frustration.
Yeah.
Especially for that. On live national television.
Yes.
They fucked up his mic.
Yeah, it's bad.
So he was the most pissed I think they've ever said ever.
Yeah.
So the after show at the little, that's 1,500 people.
Mm-hmm.
Small place.
Yeah.
I was so pumped, dude.
Right.
So I'm like, this is an intimate show.
Yeah.
Amazing. We got there and we waited for forever.
Yeah.
Forever. They were way over time, dude. So we didn't sue Metallica, obviously.
Yeah.
We just drank.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. And because of that, because of the 2-hour delay, little fun fact for you, I remember absolutely zero of that show.
I bet, yeah.
I have one video from that show, and it's during Harvester of Sorrow, and the camera's not even stable. I'm like, yeah, I was hammered. And the only other thing I remember from that's the show that Jeff's brother met. Well, I mean, we all saw him. Jason Momoa was in the mosh pit, and Jeff's brother got a picture with him.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, Jason Momoa was a totally cool guy. I just didn't ask for a picture. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just getting hammered. And yeah, so anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I haven't been to a concert where it's been that long, a couple hours or whatever.
It was 2 hours. It was over 2 hours.
Yeah, this one was started. She was supposed to go on at 8:30. They said she didn't go on until 10:45 or 11 p.m. at night.
Holy shit.
And the performance lasted till past 1 a.m. And concert goers struggled with limited or more expensive transportation options leaving the venue. It was on a weeknight, so the 2 guys that sued said they had to get up early to go to work or take care of their family responsibilities the next day. One guy paid $155 for his ticket. The other one paid $292 for 2 tickets. So
Jesus.
That is a long time. And she's done this. There was a couple of shows that she did this at.
That's a lot to pay just to see Madonna. Bro.
Yeah. And
I thought we were all done with that.
They did come out and say, like Madonna's people came out and said that the reason why it was late was because of some technical difficulties during sound check, which is kind of bullshit because they do sound checks so early in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not doing that shit like 30 minutes before a show.
There was that one show that we went to, me and you. Remember, it was Muse in Dallas.
Oh,
they delayed it.
Yeah,
but they sent out an email,
right? Yeah,
and everything saying like, "Hey, it's delayed because there were some problems with their lighting show or something."
Yeah.
But it was only like an hour delay.
Right, and then they told us that they were gonna keep selling beer a little bit.
Oh
later.
man,
I
was like, dude, if they cut off beer when they get in there like normal, I was gonna be fucking livid.
No,
but when we got in there, they're like, "No, we're still till midnight." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
I'm like, "Oh, they're perfect."
Yeah,
get to hear great music later and keep drinking.
Exactly. I was like, "This could be more perfect."
So yeah, that's what they said, and they said, but the two people suing said that we never got an update that there was technical difficulties. So
yeah, that blows.
And so I get that, but man, I would never like sue a fucking artist. I mean, it's whatever.
I don't know, man.
Shit happens, and I get it, but like if she's doing this just to be a bitch, then yeah, I mean,
well, you said it
like Axl Rose,
times?
Yeah.
Like
Axl Rose is famous for that shit. Like he goes on when he wants, kind of bullshit. Which being Madonna and how old she is, I could see why. And she, being a prima donna that she is, probably. I've never met her. I don't know if she's a shitty person or what. But if she's doing that for that reason, then yeah, it's shitty. But like,
I don't think she's I don't think she comes off as a very like. I mean, I don't know her personally, but from what I've seen on her TikTok and just out there that I've seen, I really don't think she's a great person, bro.
Probably not.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
And she looks horrific.
Yeah. Stop with the plastic surgery.
Like I told you, bro, whenever we were talking about Madonna before, I was like, dude, whenever she was in that movie, A League of Their Own, I mean, she's attractive.
Yeah.
She's natural.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Looks great.
And now she looks like she's got so much goddamn plastic surgery, you don't even know who the fuck it is anymore.
Yeah. She's unrecognizable.
It's awful.
I don't know what you're doing.
Awful.
Like I said, I think I said last episode, if you're old, just let it go.
Yeah.
Like you can't help getting old. Just let it go.
Well, I pray to God that Lady Gaga does not do any plastic surgery.
Yeah.
As she gets older. She's all natural. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, just don't do
let
it.
age take it, bro.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Just age naturally. We're going to love you for it.
Age naturally. There's so many hot MILFs out there. And they don't get any work done.
Yeah.
It's just natural. And I'm like, that's hotter to me than fucking plastic surgery and fucking 18 fucking shots in your face or whatever. What the hell is that called?
Yeah, Botox.
Yeah, Botox shots in your face. I don't want to see that, bro.
Yeah, nobody.
Flick your goddamn face and it doesn't move and you can't feel it.
You would think with like her high level of income that she could find a doctor that make her look better, not worse.
Exactly. Oh God, Madonna looks terrible.
She looks like it's fucking scary.
It is.
It gives me I feel like it's a fucking horror movie. Bro.
I couldn't even get turned on by Madonna.
No, I wouldn't be able to.
She's like, I wanna suck your dick. I was like, God, get away.
I'd be like, God, who are you? Here's some change, lady.
Monster. Danger.
Oh man.
Fucking get away.
Yeah. So yeah, it's anyway. So guys are suing her. I don't know what's gonna happen. Obviously
knows, man?
Madonna's got lawyers that can make it expensive for those guys. We'll see what happens.
Of course.
Anyway, moving over to country music for a second.
Country baby.
There's a country singer out there named Elle King. And if a lot of you people don't know who she is, I don't know a lot of her music, but I do know she is the daughter of Rob Schneider. Y'all should know that guy, the Adam Sandler guy. He's in all the Adam Sandler movies.
You can do it.
Yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But that's his daughter, actually. And she was invited to the Grand Ole Opry. If guys outside of country music, Grand Ole Opry is like, it's like the church of country music. It's like an honor to be invited to play on that stage. Sure. You have to be invited to play on it. You can't just book a gig there. They have to invite you to play. It's really special to country artists. It's because it's old. It used to be what it used to be was an old radio show back in the forever ago, and they would do live shows and they invite these country artists that were big at the time to play a few songs on the Grand Ole Opry stage, and then you can be invited to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry, and that's basically country royalty, whatever. Yep. So anyway, they had this Dolly Parton's birthday celebration there at the Grand Ole Opry. They invited a bunch of country artists to come and play songs of hers. and just celebrate her birthday because she's old as fuck. Right.
We've seen that, bro, from the Thanksgiving performance that she gave at Cowboys during the Cowboys game, and she could not walk. She had to like hold on to the railing.
Yes.
And she was, but I will say this, just real quick, as far as Dolly Parton goes, even though she can't walk without some assistance, she had a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit on. She still looks good. Obviously, she's had a ton of work done.
Yes.
However, I'm confidently willing to be able to say this on this podcast because I say whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
I would smash.
Yeah.
Dolly, but you would too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And even though she's, how old is she?
78. She just turned 78.
I'd smash. And that would be a record for me.
Yeah.
Old record.
That's up there, bro.
There's no reason to even worry about anything, bro. Just fucking blast off. Blast off there. Dolly Parton is one of the sweetest old ladies ever, by the way. She's probably going to be the nicest person you've ever been to bed with ever. Mm-hmm. She's like, does that feel good, baby? Or something like however she talks. I'll be like, you're the nicest person ever.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so no, you're good. So El King was invited to do a song in celebration of so a bunch of artists got up there and sang Dolly Parton songs, and then they sang maybe a couple of their own. Well, El King gets up there and admits she's hammered.
Okay.
And she's like,
appreciate the admission.
Hi, my name is El King. I'm fucking hammered. And then she was like, I don't know the lyrics to this thing in this fucking town. Don't tell Dolly because it's her birthday. She sang at some point instead of the lyrics.
Nice.
And then, she goes, I'm not even going to fucking lie. You bought tickets for this shit. You ain't getting your money back.
Okay, that's very respectful.
Yeah, she shit all over the Grand Ole Opry stage. She's shit all over Dolly Parton, obviously.
She shit on her in her pants or on the stage?
just being shitty.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Not literal. Thank God.
Yeah. But anyway,
that's taking it to another level.
And this actually is not the first time I've heard about this. She's been hammered on stage before and talked shit to the crowd before in one of her own concerts somewhere else. Okay. So this is a problem for her.
What the hell's going on, Rob?
Yeah. Get a hold of your daughter over here. She's getting hammered, and I mean that's fine and all, but like maybe after the show.
I was gonna say maybe like towards the end of the show.
You can't wait until you're done performing and then drink. I mean, I'm not sure what time she went on. I don't know how late it was. But
start when you like right before you go on.
Yeah.
And then after the show.
Yeah.
And it's huge.
So this was just a few days ago.
Okay.
Now she had a date to play Billy Bob's.
Right down the road
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That's been canceled.
Oh.
Yeah. It's rescheduled for September now because obviously I don't know.
Is that rescheduled because Billy Bob said that, or is that because of her?
She did.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if she's
maybe she's like, hey, I need help.
Taking a few days off.
Maybe Rob was like, you definitely need to cancel your gigs and get help.
Yeah, maybe. But she was shit. There's a video out there. You can search up El King, Grand Ole Opry, Dolly Parton, whatever, and it's out there.
Okay. Not her proudest moment, probably.
No. And that you'll probably find another one because she's done this before. I saw a video of her talking shit to somebody up in the, like it was one of those with the kind of on the sides there, and she was looking up there and just somebody was saying,
like a balcony or something.
Yeah. Somebody was because she kept just talking in between each song and she was hammered and like she was taking so long, dude. And then somebody's like, just sing, and then she just went off because she was hammered. She's like, I'm fucking drunk and blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
okay, that's a
probably
problem.
need to rein that shit in.
Is she a good singer?
She's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. She's got original songs, or
yeah, she does original stuff. Yeah, she did a song. She did a duet with like Miranda Lambert, so she's kind of legit.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even I know who that is.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that.
Hey.
I mean, like when you're especially getting invited to the Grand Ole Opry to play on that stage and do it for Dolly Parton, and you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get hammered.
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very big. It's like
very famous place.
A lot of people don't get invited to the Grand Ole Opry.
Right.
And so to be able to do that, you should kind of respect that. But she didn't give a fuck. So,
hey, man, sometimes people just don't care, bro. Yeah. Just look at Ozzy Osbourne. He pissed all over the Alamo.
That's true.
So he just didn't care.
He didn't know where he was at.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So she may have been hammered. She may have been on something else, too.
Yeah, maybe. There's no telling.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Rockstar life.
I got this other one. It's music related, but like it's kind of the crazy story. Do you want me to wait?
Oh, yeah. We can
wait for that one.
We'll tag team those at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we get into sports, because I think that's the last thing you had, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So before we get into sports, we had just a really, really sad thing pop up before we went live. About like 2 or 3 hours before I got this news. We got to pour one out tonight, man. We haven't had an RIP segment in a while, actually.
Yeah.
We've been very lucky. Very lucky. For people that we see or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the last person that we RIP'd. That's a good thing, by the way.
Yeah. Because, man, last year it was like almost every episode.
It was every episode. I was like, holy hell, man, this is insane. And this is still January of this year, so let's not make this a trend.
Yes.
But we got a bad one today, bro. Adult film star / porn star Jessie Jane found dead at age 43 after apparent drug overdose with her boyfriend as well.
Yeah.
So they were both found dead in her home in Moore, Oklahoma, actually. Mm-hmm. And I'd known this before. Jessie Jane, who was originally her name was Cindy Howell or whatever. Mm-hmm. She was born in Fort Worth, so right down the road from us, where I was born actually. So adult film star again, Jessie Jane. You know the name out there, everybody. This is a big one, fellas. We've used her several times, and you know what I'm talking about. She has so many adult scenes. We've seen them all, or at least I have. Maybe not all. I'm not gonna lie about that, but she was in that. She was in that movie, the biggest produced porn film in history, where they spent so much money on, called Pirates or whatever.
Yes.
They spent like over $1 million, and that was like the biggest porn production ever.
Yes.
And she was like one of the main characters in it. You know the name. You've seen her. If you're lying out there if you haven't, bro.
Right. No, she was one of the biggest,
Yeah.
like in the early 2000s. Massive.
Found dead in her home. 43 years old. So fucking young, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And drugs. Overdosed.
Yeah.
With her boyfriend. They were both dead in the house.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they both took drugs and overdosed. Is what has came out so far. If something else comes out after that, I apologize.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what we've heard, and she does have a son, actually. So that's even more sad. So 43 years old, bro, and I got to tell you guys, I have really, really, really sent a lot of loads out there, thanks to her scenes. So
yeah, those pirate movies were hot, bro.
yeah, and she's had several other scenes that are really hot. And she also did, you know what? The other thing that people forget about is like she did a lot of those Cinemax films that were like,
oh yeah. Well, and she was
acting like they were having sex, but they weren't. So softcore.
Right. She was in. She had small parts in like big movies. Like she was in. I was just reading this. She was in that Bucky Larson Born to Be a Star that Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
made.
she was actually in a couple of movies too. Yeah.
She was in Starsky and Hutch, that remake, and then she was on that TV show Entourage. She was on an episode. So
yeah,
I mean, she got some mainstream work, during the time. Then I saw in 2017 she retired, but then she came back in 2019.
She did. I saw. I spoke really quick there, but I have seen the comeback scene.
Yeah, I have not seen it, so I might need to fire that up.
Just in her honor.
Yeah, in remembrance.
Let's be honest, dude. I mean, this is sad. First of all,
yeah,
somebody that dies to a drug overdose. That's fucking sad. Is what it is.
Yeah.
But Moore, Oklahoma, too. That's not even that far from us. It's crazy that they live there. But yeah, they went on a welfare check, found both of them deceased, and it was related to drugs. Yeah, man, RIP, and thanks for all the content, and I will continue to engulf that content and still shoot them off in your honor. You want to talk about a fucking salute?
Yeah.
You know how they usually fucking fire off military salutes or whatever?
21 gun salute, bro.
I'll just do more than 21 load salute. How about that?
There you go.
Because it's never going to go away.
Post on social media every time you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fired off another one.
Just fired off another one. R.I.P. Jesse.
People are like, oh, Sam just jerked off.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, you asked.
Yeah.
Actually, you didn't, but I said it.
Right.
Big one, though, dude.
That's a massive one, man.
R.I.P. For the Eskimo Brothers podcast. That's a big one.
Yeah. I'm way too young, dude. 44.
Yeah, that's way too young. Man, she could have held like another comeback.
Oh yeah,
because the
definitely.
MILF and grandma stuff is huge now.
What's her name went forever. What's her name? Who's the big famous old lady that did porn forever? Dude?
Lisa Ann?
No, the other one.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
She was in.
I can see her.
Boogie
head.
Nights, bro.
Oh yeah.
God damn it! What's her name?
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, dude.
It'll come to me.
Yeah.
She did it forever, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one too that's done it forever.
And
I'm
she
just
looked
saying,
good.
you have plenty of time, basically.
Nina Hartley.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yes, yeah. I knew eventually it would come to one.
Yeah,
of
I
us.
mean, and she looked good, dude.
God, she's done it forever, and
Yeah.
you're right. She was like old, and she's like, she looks great.
Yeah. So Jesse Jane could have kept going, man.
Could have kept going, bro. When that wallet or that bank account got a little slim,
Yeah.
no problem. We'll see. But obviously, she's dead. I don't know what else to say. R.I.P. is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the content.
Rest in peace. Nice.
All right, man. We're going to move over to sports. But before we do that, we're just taking a little bit of a break. Got to use the restroom. Be right back. YouTube. We'll be right back. See you in a minute. Apologies. We arrive back for the second half of this episode. There we go. Don't everybody act all excited at once. Okay? All right, the second half, obviously, we're moving into sports. Our favorite half of every episode, of course. Although the first half, to me, felt like a banger tonight.
It was very good.
Yeah. Okay, Leaf. We obviously been talking about MLB free agency quite a bit. After our Rangers won the World Series, I was going to mention that, of course. And what's going on out there. A lot of top names were still out there. Well, we got some news this past week. One of those top names finally came off. Josh Hader, who we thought the Rangers needed to target and try to fucking sign him because he's been one of the top closers for a while.
Yeah.
And turns out he agreed to a 5-year deal with the Houston Astros for $95 million. This is the top contract in history for a reliever, by the way.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. That's
None
too
of
much.
this is deferred, by the way. They mentioned that in this.
Right.
So he's getting all that $95 million in that 5 years. I got to say, it's not the most total dollars or whatever. They're saying in that time period, it's the most lucrative for a relief pitcher.
Yeah.
So having said that and looking at this, I got to say, I'm not pissed at the Rangers for not doing this. That's just so much money for a relief pitcher, bro.
That's a lot of money. And like his last year, he had 33 saves and 56 and a third innings. So that's so much money for a guy that doesn't pitch a lot.
$19 million a year.
I mean, he had great ERA. I mean, and he struck out so many people. But I mean, that's a starting pitcher salary. Like that's a guy you pay that's pitching like giving you 200 innings, like 19, 20 plus dollars.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad Houston did this. You know what I mean? I mean, he's going to be good.
They're talking about Houston's bullpen being the best in the major because they got Presley back there as well. Yeah. Now Hader. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's okay because
that's a lot of money to put on one guy that's just going to be out there one inning, every other night or whatever it's going to be. It's not going to be a ton of innings. So,
and that's okay. You can have that guy out there in your bullpen with Presley or whatever. But I know Daddy Adolis Garcia will take all of them deep.
Yeah.
So he is your daddy, by the way. Houston Astros. Adolis is still your daddy. Mm-hmm. And he will show you once again this year that he is your daddy.
Yes. Yeah, we're not worried about Hader, bro.
Yeah. And actually, did you see Josh Young's comment on this?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Josh Young was interviewed this past weekend after this Hader deal. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, that's a lot of money for one guy. He's like, yeah. He's like, we're not worried. We've seen him before.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God. I love
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Awesome.
By the way, should have been Hale Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm. That injury, man, he would have got it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Houston Astros, Disastros. Scar, did I misspeak there? Sorry about that. They signed Hader, which just based on the price tag, I'm not interested. I'm not.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that at all. I'm glad the Rangers didn't do that.
Yeah,
that's a ton of fucking money, man.
Former Ranger now, Joey Gallo, who we've talked about, we've talked about on the podcast as far as you making money off of Joey Gallo.
I've made quite a bit of cash off Gallo.
Exactly, just because of bets made by our friend Aubrey, who does not, for some reason, he believed in Joey Gallo.
Yeah, Aubrey thought that guy could hit for average, and I knew the whole time because I've been a fan of this team and I've watched this guy come up. Yes. He's a one-trick pony. I mean, he does have a good glove and he got an arm, but as far as hitting goes, he's one-trick pony. He hits bombs every once in a while, and you're going to get a 150 batting average and 30, 40 bombs. That's what you get from him.
Yeah, and you would think that. Mm-hmm. Last year, Joey Gallo signed like a 1 year, $10 million deal with the Twins.
Yeah, $11 million, I think.
Yeah, $11 million. You're right. He hit 177 and had 21 home runs last year.
Yeah. He didn't play a lot.
Completely awful. He played in 111 games. Mm-hmm. The Twins went to the playoffs, and the Twins left Joey Gallo off their playoff roster. He was not on a playoff roster.
That's how bad that guy is.
Yeah. And I just want to point out, he is a career 197 batting average, and that is, we're talking like 863 games.
Yeah.
Over 3,000 plate appearances.
He's not getting better.
Exactly.
That's who he is.
$11 million last year. He just signed another deal this year. Washington Nationals, 1 year, $5 million, and with incentives to bump it up another $1 million, which is probably don't strike out 75% of the time. Dude.
Yeah, he's not getting that bonus.
No,
I can tell you that. He strikes
I don't know what it is officially.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying. I can't believe this guy is as bad as he is. Mm-hmm. Dude, he hasn't hit over 200 since 2021.
Yeah.
With a team, total in 2021, he hit 199.
Yeah.
But during that year, he was still with us. That's when we traded him to the Yankees. Mm-hmm. He hit so bad when he went to New York, it lowered his average below 200. In a full season. A full season with one team, he hasn't hit over 200 since 2019.
Yeah.
That's how bad this guy is.
So bad. I don't know how you say he's worth $5 million or whatever, because he's not. Mm-mm. You give that guy $1 million, and if he does good, then okay. But I mean, he should be in the minors now. That's how bad this guy is.
Yes, correct.
He should be getting a minor league contract.
I guess it's because people are like, he can hit for power. Let's just give him that flyer on it. But like I said, the Twins made the playoffs, and he wasn't even on their playoff roster.
Yeah.
You with the Twins game, because we watched, you could see Joey Gallo in the dugout, and you're like, nah, he's not on the roster, so he's not.
Usually, guys who have played for your team for 111 games will make your playoff roster because
$11 million.
Yeah, I mean, and then they're like, nah, we don't need you, buddy.
We had fucking Travis Jankowski over there making like $700K or whatever it was, and he was in the World Series, winning us the World Series with his defense and hits when he had to fill in for Garcia.
Yeah, so yeah, that's bad, dude.
Yeah, that's how bad Joey Gallo is. He sucks.
Washington will say, before the All-Star break, he'll probably be released, and they'll be just like, "Here's your $5 million, go buy."
I would never even waste my time or money. His agent, I think his agent's still Boris.
Probably.
It was before, I think. I think. Don't hold me to that right now. He has won the Gold Glove twice, so maybe that's kind of the chip you play.
Yeah,
but. I'm sorry, bro. If you don't hit for fucking anything, you're hitting under 200 for your career. I don't want anything to do with you.
No, it's bad. That is so bad.
What's crazy? He's only 30.
Yeah,
he's not even that old.
Yeah. He was on the Rangers for when he was like in his early 20s.
Yeah,
like 22 or whatever. And I mean, he couldn't do it.
Came up at 21 years old.
Yeah,
and then he had like 2 years where everybody's freaking out because he had over 40 bombs each year, and he had that one good year. In 2019, where he hit 253. That's his best year ever.
Yeah.
And people were freaking out. That's when he was an all-star. And he got hurt right after the all-star break. I remember that. And then he's just been shit ever since, dude. He was shit before that. He barely hit for average, dude.
Yeah.
So, not even above the Mendoza line for your career, bro. That is atrocious. And he's $5 billion, though.
Yeah. Hey.
Good agent.
Yeah. Jesus.
Other things coming out this week with some baseball news and what I find hilarious, and I know that Leaf does as well. Los Angeles Angels third baseman Anthony Rendon, who we wanted to sign. Thank God this did not happen.
Yeah, thank God.
Thank fucking God. He went on a podcast last week and said the baseball season's too long, bro. We got to shorten the season, man. There's too many dang games. 162 games in 185 days or whatever it is. Man, no. We got to shorten this bad boy up, is exactly what he said on the show. And if you know anything about Anthony Rendon, it's pathetic that this guy said that because, Leave, how many games has this guy played in the last 2 years?
He's played 60 games in his 4 years with Anaheim. Any season. 60
games in any season.
So he's played more than that, but I mean, he has not played more than 60 games in any of his 4 seasons with Anaheim.
Yeah.
He's made appearances in 200 games total in 4 years.
That's pathetic.
And he's getting paid $245 million.
Yeah. Ever since he signed that massive deal, which is we wanted him, because he came from Washington.
Yes.
That free agent. He played a ton of games there.
Yeah.
And he would look like a badass. And we're like, dude, we need that guy. We need that guy really. Like, that would be a fucking great signing for the Rangers. We were pushing for that.
Yeah, I was wanting that guy bad.
I think this was before our podcast where we were like, we need to sign that guy. He was coming off a year where he had 126 RBI. He hit 319 that year. He was an all-star. He was in the MVP talk. It looked like Anthony Rendon was like one of those guys who were like, you got to have that guy.
Yeah.
And we needed a second baseman too. Ever since then, you're right. Hasn't played more than 58 games in a season.
That's bad. A total of 148 games since 2021.
Yeah.
That's not even a full season. He's bitching about playing a full season.
Yeah.
He hasn't even played a full season in 3 years.
So a lot of other players have come out. The biggest one would be Jonathan Papelbon.
Yeah.
He came out and he's like, dude, this fucking guy hates baseball.
Yeah.
He hates baseball. And he's like, I know this for a fact because I've spent time around him. And I'm like, holy shit, bro. Because in 2019, or in 2020, when he signed that deal with the Angels, that was right after the Nationals won that World Series.
Yeah.
His deal for the Angels was 7 years, $245 million. And this guy's bitching about playing when he hasn't played at all. Imagine being an Angels fan and you still have 3 more years of this asshole.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of this asshole.
Yeah,
dude.
this guy doesn't want to be out there. Like, and maybe it's because he's been getting hurt a lot. Maybe he's just tired of fucking. But like, retire, bro. You're gonna get that money anyway. Like, if you hate fucking playing baseball, just retire. They're gonna pay. They have to pay you every dime.
Exactly.
So get paid to sit on your ass and not play.
He played 43 games in 2023. Leaf. His salary was $38 million.
Jesus Christ, and he's bitching, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
No wonder he's getting fucking railed about saying shit like that.
What a pathetic excuse. Thank God the Rangers didn't sign that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, bro.
Yeah, we fucking dodged a bullet on that one, bro.
Bro, we got the right guy. This guy had 7 years, $245 million. We signed Simeon for what? 5 years, 170 something.
Yeah,
and that's already paid. I don't care what Simeon does now.
Yeah.
It's already paid.
We have a World Series championship, and the Angels don't. So
and the Angels never will.
Yeah, they never will.
Because this fucking owner is terrible.
Yeah, he's bad.
Signing contracts like this.
Yes.
But Rendon's saying that's too many. What are you talking about, dude? Baseball's played every day.
Yeah.
It's always been played every day. It's baseball. It's not physical.
That's the way it's always been.
Like, I'm saying it's not physical as running into players.
Yeah, you're not. There's not like football.
Every other major sport has contact.
Yeah.
Baseball rarely has any sort of contact.
Barely. Like on the base pass sometimes. But
on in the outfield if you're catching, but you're not an outfielder.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, well, shut the fuck up, dude. And no one feels sorry for this guy, by the way.
No, he's making $38 million a year.
It's pathetic, dude. Thank God the Rangers stayed. It literally his comments. I don't know what he must have been drunk when he was doing this show. I didn't watch it, but I don't know what he was hoping to accomplish here because he looks like a giant pussy. And all the players, and like I said, Papelbon came out. He's like, dude, this guy fucking, he's like, trust me, he hates baseball.
Yeah, he's like, I've talked to him, and he's visibly, you can tell he hates playing the game.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
At all. But this tells you a lot about the person Anthony Rendon is.
Yeah. Thank God. Yeah, we dodged a bullet. Thank God for unanswered prayers.
Yes.
Because I was one that got bad.
I was too.
Yeah.
I was too, man. Because at that point in time, we were entering the 2020 seats after the 2019, the Nationals won, and we were just miserable as a Rangers fan base. And guess what? Guess because John Daniels is still running the show. We're just miserable at that point.
I'm surprised he didn't sign him. Some guy, like, for more, and we're like, oh.
I'd be like, well, at the time I'd be like, hell yeah, and I'd be like, God, that's a lot of money, and then now I'd be like, God damn it,
we'd still be paying this fucking prick.
100%. We would not win shit, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of our team, by the way, a couple things to hit on with that as well. The one thing we haven't really been able to talk about until now, and we're going to have to talk about it a little bit more in the future, is the whole Diamond Sports / Bally Sports saga that we've had going on now forever. We don't know where the hell we can watch our Rangers team, World Series team, on TV next year in 2024. This year, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
However, we got news that Amazon has partnered or willing to come in as an investor with Diamond Sports /
Basically,
Bally.
to kind of bail them out.
Right.
Because they filed for bankruptcy. They're having trouble paying teams and all the shit.
Yes, 100% right.
And it's just not the Rangers. There's other teams out there. So
yes, there's a lot of people affected by this Diamond Sports Group. A bunch of teams, like Leaf said.
Yeah, I think Twins are another big one. They were in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
and,
there's a few others.
So,
yeah. So what this means for us here locally, the Rangers, the Mavericks, and the Stars, we could all start to see these games being broadcast and streamed on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
That's not official, though. We don't know yet.
Don't know for sure, yeah.
But Amazon's coming in, and apparently we don't know. Also, want to throw this out there that the Diamond Sports CEO or whoever the fuck has said, hey, we don't know if this is going to be, if you have Prime already, it's going to be included, or if you have to pay an extra fee to get these games. We don't know that yet.
Oh, God.
Which would be bullshit.
I could imagine there'd be like $15 fee. I'm like, man, get fucked.
Yeah, of course. On top of your actual Prime account, you're going to have to pay.
But how the fuck
$15.
It baffles me that the World Series champs, we don't know what fucking network they're going to be on yet.
We don't know.
Yeah.
It could still be Bally. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It could be still Bally because the Rangers are,
Well, there's
like
one,
you said, there's like,
a,
what, 11, some sort of 10 or 11 teams involved in this.
And like, there's still a 1-year contract. But after this season, the 24th season, they don't have a contract with Bally Sports anymore. So anything can happen after that. But they're still trying to figure out what's going to happen here because even who knows, man. So if Amazon finally was able to come in. I knew they were talking about it for a long time, wanting to come in and try to kind of save the day.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's still a lot going on as far as what the fuck's going to happen with that. So
yeah, we don't know.
Don't know.
But we've got some news as far as moving forward, maybe. But we'll see what happens. It would be amazing if they were just like, hey, now all the Rangers games for the 2024 season all on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, just come out and say
I'm
it.
an Amazon Prime member. Of course, I think everybody is.
Yeah.
Most people are. I mean, goddamn, I have an Amazon package here every other day.
Yeah.
It's just too easy.
Yeah, I mean,
and if that's included in my $18, whatever it is now, I can't keep up.
That's why you get that free shipping, and then you order it, and it's like, ding, your bell goes off, and it's like, holy fuck, it's already here.
You know how many times I fucking order, and then it's like, hey, by the way, it's here at 2 p.m. Yeah. And I'm like, that's fucking, man, there's an Amazon plant 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah, the guy probably just walked it over.
He was just like, all right.
Yeah. Don't even load that one on a truck. It just goes across the street.
Exactly. So if I have that ability to watch a rain, I just want to watch my goddamn team.
That's all. Why can't we?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They just won the World Series, by the way, and we should be able to see that shit for free.
Exactly.
If you're asking me, but whatever.
No doubt. So we'll see. Obviously, there's going to be more news about this in the coming.
Also, all you fucking businesses out there, this is just a little gripe that I have.
Go for it.
I don't want to walk in during the 24th season at your establishment and look up at the TVs and I have to ask to put the fucking World Series champs on.
Oh, no.
Last year we were like 30 games above 500, and I had to go into, I won't say the name, but it's Twin Peaks right down the road.
Call them out.
They had 57 TVs, and it was like first pitch was about to start. They didn't have it on, and I had to ask the lady at the bar. I was like, "Hey, can you get this TV on for the Rangers game?"
Hey, can you get the first place Texas Rangers on?
The first. Yeah, what are you guys watching, the fucking Cowboys? Yeah.
Last place?
I was like, just this one TV, please. You got 57 of them. And then it took, I missed like the first fucking inning because it took that long to
I remember that day. You were texting me.
I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on? How am I not watching the first place Rangers at a sports bar?
I think you were
in Dallas.
And I was at home. I think I had my daughter.
Yeah.
That weekend, and you were like, I can't even get the Rangers. I was like, oh, that sucks, bro. First inning's over. I was texting Leaf play-by-play.
Yeah, I was like, I wish I could see it. I'm at a sports bar in Fort Worth.
I think that was one of the Jacob deGrom start. I'm like, he just got through the first, bro.
Yeah, I was like, cool.
And that was actually something you needed to see because he only did 6 of those last year.
Yeah, I was so pissed. I was like, what? I should not have to do this. The first place Rangers team in Fort Worth at a sports bar.
Yeah, really.
I was like, get your shit together, people.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. That's just
no. You should gripe about that all day long, bro.
Especially now, like, I mean, they're the champs. If they're not on every TV, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, well, they will be. Yeah. They will be, because tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Saturday. So a couple days from now, as we're recording, the Rangers have that fan fest they've done every year.
Yeah.
In the off season, where they have players signing autographs for fans, and they have like a bunch of events for kids and all that. That's on Saturday. That's completely sold out. Sold out like record time.
Of course.
Because the hype.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this before. Back in 2010, 2011, it died off whenever John Danner was like, I'm going to tank this franchise.
Yeah, and he did that.
And he did that for a while.
Fast.
So I didn't even attempt to buy tickets for that. I was like, nah, there's going to be too many people there for my liking.
Yeah.
You're like, if
that's why I didn't go to the parade, man. I was like, man, I ain't doing
500,000 people.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, you're right. Bar owners, managers out there, please have the Rangers on everywhere. Yeah. If I want to watch a Rangers game somewhere, have it on. I shouldn't have to ask for that.
Get a fucking magnet schedule. I still have my one from 2023. I'm never taking it down.
Yeah.
And just look and then be like, oh shit, we got to turn some TVs on the Rangers. Please don't. I don't want to walk into a place and ask. That's ridiculous.
Especially since they just won the World Series.
Yeah. I mean, it was ridiculous for me when they were in first place. And like I said, there's 1,000 TVs in Twin Peaks. If you've ever been to one, you know.
Yeah.
It was not on a single one. I was like, you got goddamn cricket up there, bro.
But then you have to, like, you ask the bartender, and she's like, yeah, baby, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll ask the manager because I can't do it because I'm worthless.
Yeah, and then
the manager sits over there, and he's scratching his fat ass forever,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then you're just sitting there still, and like I told you, I text Leaf play-by-play. He's like, I still don't have this game. I was like, oh, the Grom just struck off the side, bro.
Yeah, I was getting play-by-play over my phone at a sports bar. It's fucking ridiculous.
The manager finally gets his fat ass in gear and puts it on the TV, bro.
Yeah, it's like, dude, if I'm own a fucking sports bar like that, my first question to any manager that I hire is like, are you a sports fan? And they say no. I'm like, get the fuck out of my place.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, get out of here.
Yeah, really.
So anyway.
Anyways. Well, speaking of the Rangers, man, we also did get some exciting news yesterday, which we kind of knew. Unwritten / like we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So we did get the 2024 baseball inductees for the Baseball Hall of Fame. And our boy, our legend Ranger, Adrian Beltre, received 95% of the vote. He is in first ballot Hall of Famer, 100% in right away. 366 votes, dude.
That's awesome.
19 people didn't vote for him. So whoever the fuck these 19 people are, need to fuck off.
They're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured when I saw his name up there, I was like, he's definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, he has to be.
Over 3,000 hits.
477 home runs. Yeah, 5 Gold Gloves.
Yeah.
Definitely first ballot all the way.
The only thing that sucks for Adrian Beltre is he did not ever win a World Series.
Yeah, I mean, we got there that first year.
2011 should have been.
Couldn't get it done.
And I mean, I know that hurts him.
Yeah.
But it was cool to see him invited by the team to watch Game 5 in Arizona and then holding the trophy.
Yes.
So that was cool. Obviously, the Rangers have a very big connection with Adrian Beltre. Adrian Beltre became a Hall of Famer when he was with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like he had that massive season with Boston, and then he became a free agent. That's when the Rangers signed him.
I remember him signing that contract. I was worried.
Yeah, that was probably the best contract John Daniels did.
I agree.
I have to give him credit for that because I mean, it was a lot of money at the time. I was like, what the fuck? This guy just had one good season, really. Yeah. But then he came to Texas, and he was. I mean, first of all, he was a leader and all that stuff. So that was already good. And then, yeah, I mean, just what he did for his career here is 5 seasons, I think, right?
2011 to like, yeah, I mean, it was more than that, I think. He signed an extension, and he played for a couple more years, but maybe 8 total is what I would guess. Yeah. But without it in front of me. He's a legend from Texas, bro. Yeah. He's already in the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. He's a Hall of Famer now, officially. And he should be.
Yeah, well, I mean, well deserved.
Over 3,000 hits. He played early on in his career. He came up through the Dodgers. That's the other thing, too, is like they were trying to poke and prod him, like, what on your Hall of Fame bust, as they call it, what hat's going to be on? And he wouldn't say. He was like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of up to the Hall of Fame, and I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I think
But he has to say so in that.
Yeah.
There's a couple players that have done that before. Mm-hmm. If they've been with some organizations, they can go blank on the hat. Mm-hmm. Or they can do whatever they feel like. Nolan Ryan, for example. Nolan Ryan's in the Hall. I've been to the Hall of Fame. I've seen his bust. He's wearing a Rangers hat. Yeah. And he wasn't here that long. He was with Houston way longer.
Yeah, he like pitched 27 seasons. He's with the Rangers like 4. Yeah. So that means a lot for him to wear the Texas hat into the Hall of Fame. So that's great.
But as far as Adrian Beltre, I will be shocked if he's not wearing a Texas Rangers hat.
Yeah, I would be too.
This is where he became a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think so.
He got his over 3,000 hit here, and he was just such a legend here, dude. Yeah. And he's still, like I said, he was at the World Series thing, held the trophy and everything. It obviously means a lot. And the Texas Rangers have been nothing but good to him. Yeah. He is a Ranger, in my opinion, for life. And I don't care that he played with the Dodgers or Seattle or Boston 1 year. Yeah. But he's a Ranger.
Absolutely.
Love it. And I love Adrian Beltre.
Yes.
And I'm glad that guy was not a bust.
Yeah, thank God.
I'm with you. I think that's the best contract that John Dale's ever signed.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. So congratulations to Beltre, dude.
Which is saying something for us.
Oh, yeah, because he struck out a lot. on contracts.
Yeah.
Not that one. So
2 other players got in. You have to receive 75% of the vote. There was only 2 other players. Todd Helton was the other one. That was his 6th year, and he finally got in.
yeah, I always thought that Todd Helton was definitely a Hall of Famer. He's really good.
Starting quarterback at Tennessee. His backup was
Peyton Manning.
That's right. Till Todd Helton got hurt, and then Peyton Manning came in. The other guy that got in first ballot as well, Joe Mauer. We weren't sure on that when we listed these off. We were like, I don't know if Mauer's in immediately, but he got 76%, so he's right above the 75.
Yeah, I think that's deserved. I mean, first ballot maybe is a stretch, but I think it's deserved that he's in there. So it doesn't matter if it's.
I think it's a stretch for first ballot. You know who's not in there, catcher wise, that probably should be?
Who's that?
Jorge Posada.
Oh, really? Wow.
4-time World Series. They were saying that Mauer's better defensively. I'm like, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Jorge Posada was on the Yankees, and so obviously they had a ton of – that was when the dynasty.
Yeah.
But Joe Mauer was kind of the face of the Minnesota Twins forever.
Yeah.
Had those massive – he won batting titles, by the way. Not a lot of catchers do that.
Yeah.
Pretty much nobody.
Back-to-back years on MLB The Show.
Yeah, that's when he won the batting titles, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think a lot of catchers ever do that, dude. I'd be like, that's got to be a short list.
Yeah, they're usually not big average hitters.
Not
like
at
that.
all. Not at all.
So, yeah, he was great, man. I liked watching him play, man. He was
Joe
one of those
Mauer
guys I always rooted for. I mean, he wasn't on my team or whatever, but there's those players like that you're like, man, I wish that guy was on my team.
Those are the only 3 players that got in. The other person that got in was Jim Leland, the famous
Jim
manager.
Leland, yeah.
He got in, and that's cool. Got to tip the cap to old Jim, and
he had a long manager career.
Yes, I know he's good friends with Bochy, who Bochy will be there.
Oh yeah, he's first ballot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He's going in immediately. They're good friends though, so Jim Leland got in. It wouldn't surprise me if Bochy was at the ceremony for Leland because I know they're friends.
Oh yeah,
and Jim Leland will probably be smoking a cigarette when he's in.
yeah, that guy was a chain smoker for sure.
Dude, we were playing against those Detroit teams back then when he was the manager in 2011, 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
And he was just in the dugout like sneaking some cigs, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what happens, man. So cool news for us, though, as far as Texas Rangers. Adrian Beltre gets in first ballot. Shouldn't be even a question, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Couple other players, Leaf, real quick before we move into the NFL games, and then we'll get out of here. Gary Sheffield still not in, 63% of the vote. Billy Wagner got 73.8. He's close. Then you had Andrew Jones at 61%. A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, 34%. I don't think he's ever getting in.
Yeah, him and Sheffield's another one, which I'm surprised he got 60%.
63.
He had the whole steroid controversy behind him too. So usually those guys aren't getting in. A-Rod's not ever getting in.
No,
so he actually admitted it. Sheffield's always denied it, obviously, but his name was tied to that Jose Canseco shit. But
Manny Ramirez, 32%.
Really?
Yep.
How long has Manny been on the ballot?
Doesn't say in front of me.
Okay.
It's probably been a while.
That's weird. That
Andy Pettit down here at 13%.
Oh, he was PEDs too, right? Yep.
He admitted it.
Those guys are not. They're not going to vote those guys in.
No,
they're the old school writers. They're not going to vote those guys.
They're not going to vote them in.
Yeah.
And of course, you're on the ballot for so long.
Yeah.
Like Barry Bonds is never going to the Hall of Fame. He's probably one of the best hitters.
Well,
ever.
and if you get a low enough percentage, that also eliminates you forever. Because I think Clemens is off because he got such a low percentage. He's gone, which is insane because he's got the most Cy Young awards ever. And I mean, he should be in there, dude.
So should Barry Bonds.
So should Barry Bonds.
Do you realize Barry Bonds?
Fucking Pete Rose.
Exactly.
The greatest, the all-time hits leader is not in the fucking.
No one's touching that, by the way.
No, you have to play until you're fucking 50 to even try to get close.
There's no chance. No one has a chance in catching Pete Rose in the hits. He's over 4,000.
I did it on the show, bro.
Well, yeah, that's how you'll do it.
Because it's a video game.
Yeah, I just want to say Barry Bonds, by the way, real quick, he's never getting in either.
Yeah, no.
Which is absolutely stupid because he leads.
What needs to happen, man, is a new commissioner needs to come in and just like, I'm putting these motherfuckers in, dude. That's the only way they're getting in. Because these fucking writers are not going to vote them in at all.
Yes.
And that's the reason why, I mean, P. Rose is, he's like a banned from the Hall of Fame because of Bud Selig.
Yep.
Or no. Was it the guy before Bud Selig?
No, I think it was Bud
Selig. He banned him forever.
I think they don't like each other.
And now the new commissioner says, I'm going to honor that ban and never let him in too. And so you're like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Put him in the goddamn Hall of Fame.
That is very true. Barry Bonds was MVP 7 times.
Yeah.
He has the most home runs in his career. He has the most, not in his career. He has the most home runs all time.
Yeah.
The most walks all time. The most intentional walks all time. And then Barry Bonds' career WAR, which is wins above replacement, 162.8.
That's fucking crazy.
You're not, like, the dude was all time. And I don't care. Whatever, bro. Everybody did steroids back then, bro. Everybody fucking did, bro.
Yeah.
Because they didn't regulate.
Yeah, there's guys in the Hall of Fame that were on steroids.
Exactly, Pudge.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Did I say that?
Yeah.
I love Pudge, but he was on it, bro. There's no way he was on that team back in the 90s, bro, and he was like
With
the only
Canseco,
one.
bro, yeah.
And Juan gone.
Yeah, they were all on it, dude.
Of course they were.
100%, dude. Nobody ever tested for it. Not back in the day. Now they do, but
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so stupid.
Anyways. Congrats to Adrian Beltre, bro.
Yeah.
Love the guy. All-time Ranger. And I hope when he goes in July, that's when the ceremony is.
Yeah.
I hope to God whenever they reveal that bust, whatever you want to call it, I hope to God he has that Rangers hat on.
Yeah.
He better. Or I'm going to be like, what the fuck? He will. No doubt, right?
If they reveal it and there's a goddamn Seattle hat on it, I'm going to fucking throw a fit, dude. I'll be like, what the fuck
If
is
it's a
it?
Dodgers hat, I'd be like, no, just because you came over that organization is bullshit.
Yeah.
I know you play there forever, but Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump over to the NFL, man, before we get out of here. And let's do our NFL conference championship weekend picks. Before that, we did get a couple coaching news out here. Jesus Christ, I've been drinking a little bit. Newses. I just want to say we finally found out some vacancies. Who's going to coach? Chargers. Jim Harbaugh has been hired officially. We kind of speculated on that. We knew that he was a big target for them and thought that was a good fit for him because of Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
And Jim Harbaugh being a former quarterback, obviously. Mm-hmm. He actually did play for the San Diego Chargers for 2 years as a quarterback. Officially going to the Chargers, bro.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a great coach, dude. Jim Harbaugh's been a great coach. He was great for San Francisco before he left for college again.
Took him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, took him to a Super Bowl. So, that might be the guy to finally get that team, which we've always said they should be in the playoffs every year.
Yes.
With Herbert as their quarterback.
Yes. Brandon Staley fucked them.
And we've been cheated not having that guy in the playoffs.
We've seen Brandon Staley fuck them over.
Yeah, blatantly fucked them over in one of them for sure. And, they finally got that guy out of there. He got fired during the season this year. So, Harbaugh going over there, that's a dangerous team already.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to – there's a 6-year deal
It's already a stack of goddamn AFC. And now with Harbaugh going to the Chargers, that's going to be we're going to could potentially see Herbert, Burrow, Mahomes, Allen,
yeah,
Lamar Jackson.
Sick. Yep.
All those guys on the goddamn play. It's fuck. I'd hate to be an AFC team right now.
He signed a 6-year deal with the Chargers. They're going to be good. I think they're going to be good right away.
I think so too.
With him. They're already close.
That changes everything.
Yes. So they're good because I want to see Herbert get an opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
And he should. He's so good.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers, we know that they fired Frank Reich. They've hired Dave Canales, who was the offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
So he's their new head coach. So it's his first chance. We'll see if he's a head coach or if he stuck under those like you're just a coordinator, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know with those guys.
Not coming into the greatest situation.
Yeah. Everybody starts off as a coordinator, then they turn into a head coach or not. So we'll see. Yeah. He's inheriting a pretty bad team. Swing and miss on Bryce Young. You know what I mean?
That made me laugh, bro, because you're right, bro.
I'm like, I'd be like, why did I take this job?
Yeah, exactly.
He's up there in training camp where he's like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we talked about it, but the Patriots hired Gerard Mayo I don't think we've officially talked about that.
Yeah.
But they hired Gerard Mayo, former player, and so he's going to take over Bill Belichick's spot. And look, dude, you just don't know. Some of these former players are really good coaches.
Yeah.
But we'll see. His press conference that he gave initially was very awkward.
Yes.
So we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Raiders. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, if it translates on the field, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see what happens.
The press conference was awkward. Boston Don messaged me and talked to me and said, like, I was pumped, and then I watched the press conference. I don't know what the fuck to do with my life.
Bro, I see Boston Don's post on Facebook about his teams, bro. I'm like, dude, I feel your pain, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously, you deserve it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you've had your run. So now get some shit like we have.
Exactly. Raiders officially hired Antonio Pierce, who took over after McDaniel was fired. Players fell in love with Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, I think that was a good decision.
So much so that the main, like the top players like Max Crosby were like, dude, if you don't hire this guy, I'm out.
Yeah. And
so-
I remember seeing that that quote from Mark Davis. He was like, yeah, man, when my players are threatening to leave my team, I got to do what they say.
Exactly.
I mean,
like, obviously they love playing for the guy.
Yeah.
Hire the guy.
That's what you want.
Exactly.
You want a guy that's going to connect with your players because they're going to play hard for him. Like, look at Detroit. They're in the NFC Championship because they got a guy like that in Dan Campbell. So.
Exactly. 100%. Tennessee Titans hired Brian Callahan as their next head coach. He's taking over for Mike Vrabel.
You guys getting another. That's another guy that just hadn't been a good head coach, man.
I know, man. So we'll see. And then Atlanta Falcons. We thought that was a shoe-in for Bill Belichick after the news that we saw they were interviewing him twice.
Yeah.
And it sounded like they were like, that's going to be the guy. Well, today we just got notice that, nope, the Falcons are hiring Raheem Morris.
I don't know how you picked that guy over Bill Belichick. I don't know what happened.
No clue.
With the whole Belichick thing. Could be something else that we don't know, but yeah, I mean, Raheem Morris has not been a good head coach.
He's been an interim, and then he's been a head coach, and he's failed everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good coordinator, obviously.
Right.
But,
that's one of those guys that's a good coordinator.
But I mean, for the Falcons to pick him over Belichick, that's weird. So there's got to be something that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's 2 teams left that need a head coach now. Just 2.
Yeah.
Washington Commanders, your team,
Yes.
and the Seattle Seahawks, who Dan Quinn is interviewing with Seattle Seahawks tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
For the second time. And then I actually saw this. He's interviewing for a second time with Washington early next week.
Oh, okay.
But then I heard that Washington, your team, is zeroing in or waiting on the offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson from Detroit.
Yeah, which I think is...
It's a solid hire.
I think that should be the guy, I think. Out of everybody that's out there,
But
I think Ben Johnson should be the guy.
They might be... Dan Quinn's got an interview. I heard this.
I haven't heard that they've interviewed Belichick.
I haven't either.
So
I thought Belichick was 100% going to Atlanta.
Yeah. And I think a guy like Belichick has a pick of his team. He was like, who wants to hire me? And I'm going to go to where I want to go. But
now there's only 2 spots left.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't get hired in the 2 spots or he doesn't want it, obviously he can just take a year up. But, I mean, God damn, he's getting older.
Yeah, he's getting old.
He needs 26 more wins or whatever to take Don Shula's record.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he's got to go somewhere.
That's a couple seasons, he's going to have to do. So
Maybe 3.
Maybe.
Depending on where he goes.
Yeah, where he goes.
26.
Yeah, Seattle is another one. Like, I mean, he could go there too. I don't know, but
well, you have fucking Geno Smith. Is he still there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
on the contract. I mean, that's
probably. Yeah, I think he signed an extension.
Pete Carroll's. Oh, yeah, Pete Carroll's an advisor, I guess.
Yeah. So who knows, man? Ben Johnson's a great. I've heard nothing but good things about that guy, and everybody in the NFL says he should have a head coaching job, and hopefully it is with the Commanders, but we don't know yet. We don't know.
We'll see.
But I like that Josh Harris he's going through everybody that he's interviewing, and he's taking his time a little bit. He's not rushing it. Him and the new GM, that's great. I'm pumped about that. So
hell yeah,
I'm in a better spot than you are.
100%.
As far as front office execs go.
Don't even get me started on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to do that again.
I'm just kind of poking the bear.
No, I thought this was going to be a chill episode. I didn't have to talk about the Cowboys at all this episode. Mm-hmm. I was excited.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's okay. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
When Dad gets that extension, it's coming soon.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Oh God, we're gonna need. I'm gonna need a fucking machine, bro.
Yeah. That's fucking,
Yeah.
but there you go, man. There's some head coaching jobs that have been filled. As we sit here, like I said, there's only 2 more openings, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right. Sunday. We've got the 2 conference championship games. We will be live on YouTube for both of these games, just like we did last week. And this is fun because it's conference championships. So you got the AFC and the NFC conference championships kicking off on Sunday. We'll figure out who's going to the goddamn Super Bowl this year after these games are over. The first game on Sunday, 2 o'clock our time. The Kansas City Chiefs go to Baltimore. Baltimore Ravens, obviously still the number 1 seed. So Patrick Mahomes has to go on the road for his second ever road game. Now, that didn't seem to bother him up in Buffalo because they won, but we never know what could have happened if Buffalo's kicker makes a kick.
Right.
Wide right. The 2 words that Buffalo fans are haunted by just happened again.
Yeah.
Those poor bastards.
I can't imagine it's been so long since they've had to hear those words, and now it's just coming back to them in droves like that. And I'll be like, oh my God, I hate my life.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the Chiefs moved on for their 6th straight AFC championships. Every year that Patrick Mahomes has been a starter in this league, he has gone to at least the AFC championship game. Obviously, he's won 2 Super Bowls, been to 3, won 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, dude. He doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know what to do when
and I think
the
that's
postseason.
And I think that's why during the regular season he's bitching and complaining to the refs because he's been so fucking spoiled for 6 years.
Yeah. I mean, he's just
this guy needs to taste of humble pie.
Yeah.
Don't not make the playoffs or something.
He needs to not play in January.
Yeah. But it's Chiefs at Ravens. And so as we sit here today on the Thursday evening before these games, let me pull up the line real quick so we know exactly what that is. Ravens -4, over under 44.5. Okay, this is going to be tough because actually in my bracket I still had the Bills beating the Chiefs. I had Bills Ravens in this AFC Championship. I got one right. I think you did too.
I had the Bills and Ravens as well. Yeah,
Bills Ravens. I was just hoping that the Bills beat the Chiefs because I hate the Chiefs. I'm so tired of the Chiefs.
Yes.
So we got Chiefs Ravens here. This is dangerous, and the reason I say that's dangerous is because it's the goddamn Chiefs and it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
When he gets this fucking far, it's obviously hard.
He
to beat him.
doesn't know how to lose.
Half of the time he goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, he just, like I said, he's like, I'm used to doing this.
Yeah, exactly. And it's scary because the Chiefs have actually turned it on at the very end, and then especially right now in the playoffs. And it's kind of what they do with Andy Reid, who's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So Lamar Jackson had a hell of a game last week. The Ravens started really slow.
Yeah, it took him a while to get started, and that's what I was worried about because that's what his knock was. He was a Dak Prescott, basically. Like, he couldn't do it in the postseason.
He was a 1-3 playoff record last week.
And stats are awful.
Yep.
I feel like his defense kind of kept him in that game long enough for him to get started, which you can't do that against the Chiefs. Not against Patrick Mahomes, postseason Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So he's going to have to go into that game like ready to roll.
Yeah.
Because if he
if
he takes off slow in that first half like you did, the Chiefs are going to be up by like 3 fucking touchdowns. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Ravens defense is good. So
is the Chiefs. Right. These 2 defenses are insanely good.
This is going to be a great game.
I can understand the 44.5.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lower scoring game.
Yeah.
Right around that 44 points is what I was.
And I could see it being a shootout too, who knows, but.
Well, that would be surprising. For both those defenses are holding everybody like 15 points.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So,
anyways, for me personally, my bracket, I'm going with my bracket. No matter who the Ravens are facing, I think the Ravens are still the best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
They have been all year. And I know the Chiefs are hot, though. It wouldn't surprise me, bro, if the Chiefs somehow snuck past the Ravens, man. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't be surprised because it's fucking Mahomes and Andy Reid. And Travis Kelce even hit fire last week, finally. He's been shit. And then he caught, 2 touchdowns last week?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was his first touchdown since like a week 11 or something.
Yeah,
he hadn't done shit anything since then. Yeah,
and his brother was taking his shirt off, which is cool as hell, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's happy. He's getting hammered now. He doesn't have to prepare. He's off.
I love that
for the rest of the season. So
you gotta love that, supporting your brother, getting hammered with the fucking beer, jumping down the crowd, drinking beer. I'm like, okay, I love Jason Kelsey.
Yeah,
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Philadelphia Eagle, not anymore.
This could be this last time we see him play. So
but that was cool to see.
Yeah,
and Jason Kelsey's a madman, dude. I love it.
All right, that's great. Yeah,
and actually on their podcast this week when they recapped everything. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I watched that little clip of because Travis was like, the only thing I didn't see during the camera because we couldn't see it was Kylie Kelsey, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Kelsey was like, yeah, I told her when we were walking into the suite, if you I was taking my shirt off and going crazy. And she was like, Jason, don't you goddamn dare do that. And he was like, I mean, when you met me, I was blackout drunk. So what do you expect? So Jason Kelsey is all time, bro.
Yeah, I like that guy, dude.
Yeah. So it was hilarious, and Travis Kelsey was dying laughing during that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jason Kelsey's all time, bro. However, going back to this game, Chiefs at Ravens. Like I said, Ravens favored -4. It's going to be a close game. I don't think any team's going to run away with it. I'm going to stick to my bracket, though. I still think the Ravens are the best team in the AFC. They have the momentum. John Harbaugh. He's been here before. Mm-hmm. It's not like they're new to this. They've been to the Super Bowl. They won a Super Bowl. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens in this game. Lamar Jackson, it looks really good on the ground, and just keep that going. If the Chiefs take that away, then you're going to have to throw the ball, brother. Let's go. I got the Ravens, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. It was supposed to be the Bills versus Ravens in my bracket, same as you.
Yep.
It's another road game for Patrick Mahomes, which, like you said, didn't bother him in the first game.
Didn't seem to faze him.
Yeah. This one, he's playing a tougher defense, Ravens defense on the road. I think they're a little bit better than KC's defense. If Lamar Jackson gets started earlier and is the Lamar Jackson we saw in the second half of the Houston Texans games, then it's
took over, bro.
Ravens easy but I think it's gonna be a close game. Like you said, it's gonna be a lower scoring game too as well because of the defenses. But yeah, I'm taking the Ravens in this one as well. So
okay,
and because man, I'm just really hoping for that as well because I'm just tired of the whole KC.
Yeah, I don't want to see Chiefs back in there.
Let's just let's end that, please.
I mean, they'll be back next year, obviously.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a long time for those guys.
We knew that though with Mahomes. I mean,
he's 28. He's got forever to go.
Yep. Sadly, I think he's going to win 2 or 3 more Super Bowls.
He probably is. Yeah.
Okay. 5:30 p.m. The game right after. We've got the NFC Championship. Nobody saw this coming except for Leaf.
I did. I had the Lions going.
He picked this NFC Championship game.
I did.
Detroit Lions at San Francisco 49ers. You got to give the guy credit. He took the Lions all the way to the NFC Championship.
I mean, this is, like I said before, the Lions story is massive. They got a huge fan base behind them now. They're hungry for this. Dan Campbell's an insane coach. I would pay him $40 million a year to coach my team. And I knew I figured $40 million. I thought they were going to play the Cowboys. Obviously, that's how I had my bracket. I thought the Cowboys were going to beat the Packers
and then play the Lions.
That's how my bracket went. And then I knew they were going to. I thought the Lions would beat the Cowboys because of that one regular season game that everybody freaked out about.
They didn't have to, bro. They got the easy cakewalk in because they played the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm rooting for the Lions here, but in my bracket, I did pick the 49ers to go to the Super Bowl, and I think winning the Super Bowl, but we'll talk about that later. But I do believe I want the Lions to win this game. So I want to pick them to win this game. But in my bracket, obviously, I picked the 49ers too. But right now, I would love to see the Lions go into San Francisco and win this game. And if they do, I mean, Dan Campbell's nuts are just going to blow up, dude. They're already so big. If he goes in to win in San Francisco some kind of crazy way, I mean, he'll be a legend. So
it could happen.
But for real, though, I think this is where their story ends. And I think the 49ers will probably take this game. So
yeah.
The under, what, is 51 or something? Or
over-under is 51.5.
Yeah.
The line is -7 San Francisco.
Yeah, at home. So,
yep.
Yeah, man. Obviously, like we always say, we want it to be a good game. But, I think the 49ers do win this and go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree completely. Obviously, I had this game in my bracket, Cowboys at 49ers. Yeah, I think a lot of people had the NFC Championship lineup like that.
Yeah.
But the Lions took that. They played the Lions literally took the Cowboys what I thought the Cowboys were going to do. The Lions played 2 home games, and that's why they're here. They win at home. And now they got to go on the road against the 49ers, who are the number 1 seed, obviously. And the 49ers, like I told you last week during our episode, I thought for sure the 49ers-Packers game, I said this on our podcast episode, this is the toughest game the 49ers are going to play with the Packers.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to roll the Lions, but I do think that's going to be an easier game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Lions story is amazing. And if they end up winning this game somehow, then it's even more amazing. But I have the 49ers win this game. I just feel like they're going to take care of business. The weather was shitty last week during that Green Bay game. Everybody said, like, Brock Purdy's terrible. I was like, dude, it's fucking pouring rain. Like, apparently the weather is going to be just fine, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people are counting out Brock Purdy. It's his second year in the NFL, and he's 2 NFC championships.
Yeah. I mean,
so
there's not a problem with Brock Purdy. Right?
No, not at all.
Also, there's a coin flip for me with Jared Goff. I mean, he's been there before, so that's a good thing. But then also, 49ers defense is good, and they can put pressure on a quarterback. When you put pressure on Goff, he struggles a bit. So
if Detroit's going to win this game, run the ball.
Yeah.
You have 2 amazing running backs.
Yeah. Well, we
got
were
David
talking about
Montgomery
that.
and Jahmyr Gibbs. Run the ball.
Yeah. Against Tampa Bay, they were running like 5-6 yards. I'm like, why aren't they doing this every play? Exactly. And they eventually won the game, obviously. But yeah,
control the clock.
If they can run the ball against the Niners, it's fucking over, dude.
Control the clock. Yeah. Run the ball, and you could win.
Yeah.
You have 2 amazing running backs.
Yeah.
Awesome all year. Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. Run the ball.
Yeah. I mean, though, you keep those guys from getting tired, you got to fucking. I mean, that's going to be hard to stop.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But I will take the 49ers in this game. My pick. I picked the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl. You did as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people had that. The top 2 seeds, I mean, I know that's boring, but it just looked like to me all year that these are the 2 best teams in conferences, and I just didn't feel like anybody could beat them at home.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't think you could veer away from that. Especially as far as the NFC goes, it was 49ers all the way. I mean,
it wouldn't surprise me if it was fucking Chiefs 49ers.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Now, if it's Chiefs Lions, the 2 away teams win, that would be amazing. If the Super Bowl's Chiefs Lions, I will be the biggest goddamn Lions fan ever.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Izzy will be at the fucking. We'll be all about Izzy, bro.
Yeah, Izzy. Yeah, for sure. Having said that, though, Lions 49ers on Sunday, I'm going to be rooting for the Lions.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Niners are going to win it, but yeah, I'm all about the Lions going to the Super Bowl for sure.
Absolutely. Me too.
Even though it means that our teams are the last 2 that have not been to an NFC championship since. What was that fucking stat?
Yeah, so
the longest tenured, the 2 longest tenured teams,
the longest drought
NFC championship.
To go
drought.
to the NFC championship.
There's only 2 teams.
There's only 2 teams. 91 Washington Redskins.
Yep.
95 Dallas Cowboys. Yep. That's it.
Every team has been to the NFC championship since then, before the Redskins and Cowboys.
Correct.
So that's fun.
That's fun for our dynamic on this podcast.
I love to be at the bottom of the barrel.
Me too, bro.
But hey, at least I have some sunshine breaking through my clouds, bro. You have.
It's fucking
your
dark.
clouds is getting darker, bro.
It's dark and gloomy over here, man. It's fucking dark and gloomy, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. I love it. But,
okay. Me too, but not really. All right. So there you go. There's our picks for the conference championship. Again, I just want to mention anybody out there listening to us, watching us, thank you. And we'll be live on Sunday for both games.
Yes.
Again, we're doing that again because, I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the last game, I was definitely hammered.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I didn't drink that much because I don't know what was. I hit a wall at some point and I just kind of stopped. But I was having a good time watching the games for sure.
I was gone, bro.
That might be different.
But
this
I definitely remember
I
definitely remember Buffalo's kick.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was like, that's a moment where I'm like, okay, focus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they tie this game. Obviously, they left too much time for Patrick Mahomes, but you never know what could happen. And then they wide right. I'm like, oh my god,
I couldn't believe that.
Fucking poor Buffalo, dude. That's, I mean, just the 2 words that they always hear.
Yeah.
It's fucking wide right, wide right. You got the ref back in the day, the ref, bro, doing this.
Yep.
They don't do that anymore, but that's what he was doing back in the day. I'm like, oh, that's painful, bro.
Yeah, it's bad. Sorry, Buffalo.
Yeah.
I was rooting hard for you guys that day. So
I was rooting hard for them too, bro. Yeah. Okay, couple crazy stories, and then we're out of here. So I got one thing first, and then I think Leaf's got a funny one too. Okay, this came out last week. We were tagged in this actually this past week.
Yeah.
By a listener, you motherfucker. But we love you. I'm just going to read the title, and then we'll get into it. Excessively farting passenger forces American Airlines flight to turn around.
Wow.
An American Airlines plane was reportedly forced to return to the gate due to high wind, a disgruntled passenger's smelly farts. The big stink over the flatulent flyer unfolded while a recent flight from Phoenix, Arizona to Austin, Texas was still on the ground.
Jesus.
Before most people had boarded, I observed that this man was audibly disgruntled about something. Maybe hungover, rough day, I don't know. But as soon as he sat down, he was grumbling about something under his breath like fucking hell or something, a user wrote on Reddit.
Jesus.
After the majority of passengers had boarded, the man reportedly exclaimed, "You thought that was rude? Well, how about this smell?" and proceeded to pass gas.
God damn.
I don't know what provoked that comment, and while kind of funny to overhear, it was uncalled for, especially coming from a grown man on an airplane, nonetheless. But the excessively farting passenger's gross behavior didn't end there. The man who just purposely farted moments ago decides to loudly and condescendingly say, "Yeah, everybody, let's eat the smelliest food possible all at the same time." Jeez. A guy in the row over replied, "If you don't like it, you can fly private." To which Fart Man says, "That's so fucking rude."
Nice.
Another person nearby chimes in, "I think we'd all agree you're the rude one here," a witness added. At one point, flight attendants did intervene and told the transgressor, "That's enough, sir." The plane was taxiing to the runway but came to a stop. An announcement comes over saying, "Apologies for the interruption, but we are returning to the gate. We will give you more info when we have it." User writes back, "We get back to the gate. The flight attendant comes back and informs Fart Man that he will not be staying on this flight."
Yeah.
He simply replies, "I don't understand." And she tells him they'll talk about it off the plane. The man grabbed his bag and got off the plane. Everybody else, the user says, "We all breathed a sigh of relief when he was removed. I think most people were on edge about what he may do next. The trip was only delayed 15-30 minutes, so all in all, I think American handled it swiftly. Maybe another flight was low on gas," is one of the comments. But apparently there was a guy they were taxiing and just was very unruly, sir, and passing gas left and right, and proud about it.
Yeah.
Condescendingly fucking
I wonder
telling
if
everybody.
this guy will become famous because he interrupted a flight, just like
I don't
another
think
person.
so.
Just because, like another person we know that delayed a flight for even longer.
Still waiting for her to come on the pod.
Yeah,
She's local.
but she's a girl and hot. So
Tiffany Gomez.
yeah,
We're still waiting for her to come on. But yes, she's very attractive, and her shit went viral. There's no video. This is apparently a story.
okay.
And they were delayed by 15-30 minutes, but apparently that was a thing, dude. If somebody's on your plane farting and passing gas and being proud about it, that's fucked up, by the way. I just want to say that real quick because you're in a goddamn fucking bubble on a plane. You can't get away from that.
Yeah, that's bad.
You're in a seat.
Yeah,
You can't get away from the fucking... And I have smelled before on a plane and been like, God damn it, somebody fucking ripped ass. And there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck in my seat.
yeah.
You can't get up and move or whatever, especially if you get up and cause a disruption. Fucking flight attendants and everybody, they freak out.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, God, what's going on?" Because it's a fucking... somebody got up from their seats. But, like, you just got to fucking breathe it in, bro. But if somebody's doing this and, like, announcing it, like, loudly, of course, they should step in and do this, which apparently what happened, so that's good. But apparently they had to tell the pilot, "Hey, bro, taxi back to the gate. Because we got an unruly passenger here that just can't stop shitting himself." "I had bad guacamole and I can't stop shitting myself."
Oh, that's awful.
There you go.
All right, man.
End it, bro.
Yeah, this is part of the music world. that I had, and it's such a crazy fucking story, so we decided to put it at the end, bro. But this involves 2 lead singers that were for the same band, David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, Van Halen. They've been going at it for years. There's been a long-running feud.
3 years later.
Jesus. Feud between these 2 guys, obviously. And so now it's David Lee Roth says, you know what? I'm going to go one step further in 2024.
Yeah.
But he says Diamond Dave delivered a verbal assault on the Red Rocker in a new video dubbed The Ballad of Popsicle Sam, in which we hear David Lee Roth's voice over a 25-minute slideshow of new black and white photos of himself.
Oh, great.
This is what he says. Sammy Hagar was abducted by aliens, and he was sex probed.
Oh, okay.
So to backtrack, Hagar did claim back in 2011 that he was abducted by aliens, telling MTV, actually, aliens were plugged into me. It was a download situation. It's long before computers have any. So I guess Hagar's out there, too. Kind of wireless. They were even more wireless.
How much fucking Cabo Wabo did Hagar
Yeah.
have during this?
It's like, fuck, they downloaded something into me, or they uploaded something to my brain like an experiment.
Must have been a song.
Yeah, 13 years later, David Lee Roth's poking fun at Hagar's claims, perhaps upset because Red Rocker made some comments about his vocal abilities now, which is merited because that guy can't sing anymore.
Yeah. David Lee Roth has lost his
Hagar
vocal
said
ability.
he sang so bad last time he was doing shows, it was embarrassing.
Yep.
So, and then, so yeah.
It was.
So
he's
now,
not wrong.
Yeah. So now David Lee Roth is like, hey, this guy said he was a double thing. He was probably sex probed by him.
So there's just back and forth, like just ding, ding.
Yeah,
ding,
just
ding.
little shots at each other. And
God damn, how much money do these motherfuckers have each?
yeah. So a ton. But in that new video,
Why are they doing this?
He said, according to Sam, he was abducted by aliens. I know when you're abducted by aliens, you get sex probed. I'm compelled to solicit this sordid subject in an effort to explain Sam Hagar's conduct. So he was sex probed as a teenager, and so that's the reason why he's saying David Lee Roth can't sing.
Well, if he was sex probed by a teenager and uploaded information, it was just banger songs.
Yeah,
because that's all Sammy Hagar's ever done.
Yeah, and so yeah,
and great
man.
tequila. Cabo Wabo, dude.
Yeah,
that was Sammy Hagar, right?
Yeah,
Cabo Wabo.
Yeah, Cabo Wabo
Yeah.
tequila. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean he goes off, bro.
David
he
Lee
keeps going,
Roth.
he goes,
David Lee Roth. He can't even sing anymore, man.
Yeah. He even goes off. He's like, he continues. Does sex probing require apparatus? Is it a beam? We don't know. We may never know. But what I do know with absolute accuracy is that if you take a half of a popsicle and you jam it into a cassette tape player, no matter how carefully you extract it, the tape player will never play the same again. No matter how carefully, he just goes off, bro. And he's like, a lot like Sam. So he was like just taking shots at Sammy Hagar about getting sex probed.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. Oh.
And dude, this is one of my favorite things is when a famous person like this goes fucking batshit crazy, bro.
Right,
And then they put it out in public like this. I'm like, this is good stuff.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that.
So,
I mean, how many drugs are you on right now?
Yeah, no shit.
Right?
Like, and like Sammy Hagar's right, dude. Like, he's like David Lee Roth cannot sing anymore. I mean, these guys getting older, they're losing those abilities because they're not young anymore.
They had a comeback where David Lee Roth was singing for them, and he was awful. Like, it was awful because that was before the original bass player came back as well, because Wolfgang Van Halen was playing bass with his dad, Eddie.
Yeah.
And then they had David Lee Roth up there, and he was singing. I'm like, man, he's terrible. There's video out there. Just go watch.
Yeah,
it's not
bad.
good.
No, it's not good.
So, yeah, this is great. I mean, I'm not surprised David Lee Roth's out there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he
was so good.
Sammy Hagar said those comments like earlier in 2023 or whatever.
Right.
So I get it, but
2013 or whatever.
Yeah. So, 2023 is when he said he saw David Lee Roth
last year.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
So now that's why Roth is coming out saying all this shit.
Right.
Because 2011 is when Sammy Hagar told the story about getting abducted by aliens when he was a teenager. So
okay.
Fucking who knows, bro?
I don't know, dude.
They're both out there, bro.
They're both out there, dude. It's called being a rocker, drinking so much alcohol and doing so many drugs.
I write an album about it. Let's hear it.
Dude, Sammy Hagar now, though, I will say this. I've recently seen video of Sammy Hagar live, and he's great.
Yeah.
He was just on Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And he sounds great.
Yeah, he's good.
He literally sang right now, and I'm like, sounds great. Obviously, he changed his. He brought it down a little bit.
Yeah, you got to change the key.
I mean,
bro,
Jesus, he's like 70 something.
Yeah.
And he sounds amazing though. I've watched it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's out there on YouTube. Go out there. It literally was in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
So, David Lee Roth, bro. God bless him. He's got a lot of money, and hopefully he doesn't like do too many drugs. But according to the story that you're reading, I don't have it in front of me. That's all Leaf over there. But like, it sounds like he needs help, dude.
Something, yeah. I mean, he just went off on getting sex probed. Sammy Hagar getting sex probed.
That's okay, man.
And that's the whole reason why he's saying stupid shit about David Lee Roth.
And if he did get sex probed as a teenager, guess what? We got some of the best rock songs out of it.
Yeah. I mean,
so we'll take it.
I wish I could go back in time and get sex probes if I ever could write songs after that.
I can't drop 55.
A lot of people don't like Hagar with Van Halen, and that's fine. I mean, I thought he was good.
What are you talking about? Yeah. Unlawful Carnal Knowledge or whatever? It was one of the top albums.
That's a solid album.
It's one of their best fucking albums.
Yeah.
It went gold or platinum immediately.
Oh, yeah, it was massive.
Yeah. So get out of here with that. And he had like a couple more albums over there. They were fucking all good.
I mean, they were both good in their times with Van Halen, I think. And, I mean, David Lee Roth was really good back in the day.
Of course he was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he was not melted brain / crazy David Lee Roth.
No, he was in his prime. That was prime David Lee Roth.
Absolutely. Of course, you got the famous costumes and shit of him wearing and him going crazy, which that's what he was. He was great at that.
Yeah, that's what he was, man.
So, anyways. Interesting, bro. We'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Make sure you go out and read those stories and let us know how you feel about David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar still going at it after all these years, which unfortunately we don't have Eddie anymore. R.I.P. again to that metal god, probably arguably the best guitar player of all time.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yep. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out with us, man. Episode 122 on YouTube. We do appreciate you watching us live. YouTube.com/@Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Make sure you follow us out there on social media as well, so you know when we throw a curveball. We did that on Monday. We apologize for that.
Yeah.
Just saying, hey, I know we said we were going to be live, but we actually really kind of were like, we felt like the episode on Monday would have been a little redundant because we were going to just have the games to talk about. So we wanted to wait till today. We got a little more stuff to talk about. That's the story. Anyways, social media, follow us. You'll know that. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything's at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. So be sure you hit follow on all of those, and you'll know exactly when we're going live, what our plans are, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. Twitter, X, at Eskimo Bros Pod, still out there. And then Leaf, I don't know if this... I'm not sure if the audio is coming out because we got some technical difficulties earlier, but let them know where they can at least find us.
Yeah, when everything does work correctly, we will have audio episodes, and they're out there on Spotify and Apple. Those are two biggest ones. You can listen to us anywhere. You can get podcasts. But Spotify and Apple, we see the numbers. You guys are listening on those two platforms. If you're listening to us on Spotify, just go to our page. All you got to do is hit 5 stars on there for us. On Apple, if you could hit 5 stars as well, but also under there, you hit write a review, write a few sentences about how you like the podcast. Tell people out there how funny we are. That helps us with the algorithms on both of those platforms. So if you go out there and do that for it, we appreciate it.
Yep. And like I said, I'm not sure if this one's going to be out there. I'm going to try, though.
Yeah, I don't think it recorded the audio. We'd have to do... Yeah.
Technical difficulties happened, and that's the first time it's ever happened in 122 episodes. That's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
But
sometimes it happens.
We'll try to make it happen no matter what. So thank you guys for being here. All the OGs out there. This was a long one.
It was.
I'm more than certain this was really long.
Yeah. This was like our first episode, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, our first episode, we had no clue. We just hit record. And
I had no idea what I was doing.
This one, we had a lot of shit, though, to talk about. So
yeah, we were filled.
If this was episode 1, this would probably take us 4 hours to talk about.
Oh, God.
Don't go listen to episode 1, please.
Oh, God, it's horrible. Please don't. But now I appreciate you guys out there, man. Have a great night, and we will see you on Sunday. Like we said, going live on Sunday for both AFC Championship game at 2 o'clock, our time, Central, and then the NFC Championship game. We'll be live on YouTube all day, just like the last week. It's going to be fun.
Let's do it.
Let's go see who
Football
goes to the
is
Super
almost
Bowl.
over. Sad. But there's 2 great games this Sunday, so let's get together and drink and watch them.
Let's fucking do it, bro. Right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.